Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
Howdy, all. Welcome back to Anime Odyssey, where we weeb out. We weeb out without any apology for whatever we do, because we missed a month. We missed a month.
Yes.
So we had a month with Dermy's schedule was busy, so we punted it. And it was fine, and it allowed us to kind of sort of double up a little bit. So we're gonna go with 2 seasons worth, even though season 3 a little shorter.
It's a little shorter. It's a little bit more condensed though. So like really the story itself is building up again. It goes into more of a season 1 thing. So it's good, but we're gonna have some fun tonight, okay?
It's gonna be fun.
As much as we love our drama and stuff over on my channel.
Yes.
We gotta have some fun. You gotta talk about stuff you like.
This is simple nerdy shit tonight. This is nerdy shit. But howdy to all across the chats. We've got several different chats here. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And I just want to say here, let me scroll right down here. And thank you. Now, Epic Jason, I made this intro myself about, 4 years ago now. I made that intro, and I didn't make it to be a music video or anything. I just made it as based upon a lot of shows over all my decades of watching anime that I loved, and I just wanted them in there using free music even though it was free at the time. Now it's not. Now we get hit with a shared revenue thing, and I never wrote it down, so I have no idea where I got it anymore. But but thank you for at least appreciating it. And I hope you guys do enjoy what we're going to do, because some of you are new here. I know some of you are from Dermy's channel. You are new to his channel. You maybe never watched us do this stream, especially in the past couple months, took a month off. But we're happy to have you guys here with us. We hope you enjoy the show. Sit back, relax. We'll be here for a little while talking weeb shit. Now, we've got a good one tonight. As Dermy said, we've got Reincarnated as a Slime seasons 2 and 3. We've covered one. You want to watch our thoughts on season 1, you can go back in the playlist. It's there. But we're talk season 2 and season 3. And then we've got actual news to discuss, because they announced a new Gundam show today, Dermy.
That's right. We got new Gundam to talk about, and I love me.
Have you watched the trailer yet? Because I haven't.
No, I have not.
Okay, so
I haven't.
We're gonna get a fresh reaction.
We do have updates on the upcoming Gundam live action that we could talk about.
I saw some of that, but I didn't bookmark it, so I assume you have it.
I have the tweet. Don't worry, I have the tweet.
Yeah. Okay. And then of course,
you know exactly how I found the tweet, but the dumbass that said Gundam's never been a love story.
Yeah. Anyway, then of course we will be talking One Piece. Now, yeah. I have read up to chapter 1188. Is 1189 come out since I read 1188?
Let me double check the numbers. So let me pull up my app.
And I looked everywhere today to make sure I had not missed anything.
1188 is the most up to date one.
So I am caught up, and there's stuff to talk about in that. Stuff to talk about, definitely. Especially with the way the final frame of 1188. So we'll do our One Piece.
There's a reason I told you you're gonna want to actually like read up on that as fast as humanly possible.
I banged it out in about half an hour this morning.
Oh, banged it out. Okay, yeah.
Well, shut up, banana. Anyway, right. So. We'll talk our One Piece roundup and anything else that comes to mind, of course. And for those of you who are, once again, coming from Dermy's side, may not be used to this, we will interact with you guys as we see this, but this is more of a discussion back and forth thing. So I apologize, because this is coming off of my channel, mainly not Dermy's channel. So I apologize. When we do these type of streams, we tend to get lost in our conversation. And unless you get our attention with either a statement relevant or something like that, I don't want to say we forget you, but we get really caught up in the conversation. But I know Dermy's monitoring it, so he will let me know if something is relevant, and we will talk about it.
I can see the chats. I can't pull up chats, but I can see the chat.
Yeah. Nobody gets power on my channel except for me. I'm a power-hungry dictator, and it's what I do. What I say, what it counts. Anyway, all right, so let's get going here. We have to, of course... No, I want to ask you a question, though. I do want to ask you a question. When we last left, we had done Food Wars Season 1 and 2, and you were going to finish it. You finished it all, I assume, way back then. Did you finish it up, or did you just pile it in and not go back to it? Got distracted?
I started Season 3.
And you got distracted?
Was Season 3 when... Yeah, Season 3 is after the tournament, so it's the next thing when he's going up against the big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
He was just about to start going up against the Chinese food dude. And then I got distracted.
You were in the middle of the festival. Then.
Yeah. I think I was at the very beginning of the festival. Then
Table that discussion another time. And some Gallifrey, to my knowledge, No Game, No Life Season 2 ain't happening.
It's not gonna happen. As much as I like that anime, it's not gonna happen because I don't believe they had a manga to work off of. It was a bunch of OVAs, and what they were trying to bet on is how well the movie ended up doing, and the movie didn't do very well. The movie's good, kind of recontextualizes a lot of stuff in a way that I don't really like, but because it's a little creepier, but I still like the content is still good. It's just people didn't watch it. That's pretty much why you're never getting a season 2.
Now, I had, per the intro, I throw in a lot of things there. Some things that weren't finished. Now, in the interim, last time with the show, of course, I will go and haunt my favorite anime preview site just to see what is coming, this and that. And in there is one of the shows called Yona of the Dawn. It's the one where it's a shot with the redhead shooting the bow and arrow in that particular clip there. Yeah, that's been sitting at 2 seasons for over a decade. I just discovered last month, Season 3 happening. The manga's been chugging along. So finally getting a Season 3 of that. So that's got me excited. So there's really a lot of good stuff coming down the pipeline. And right now, sometimes it's patient. Like I saw Ginger Norseman said earlier, higher up in the chat, that he really wasn't into this one like Overlord. Overlord is good, but Overlord seems to be on hiatus as well. I think they ran out of some of the content on that one.
Well, they ended
the
up
light
doing that
novels.
movie
It was
last
the
year.
movie. The movie was it covered an arc, but it was kind of nothing. It was basically
It was not a great movie.
It wasn't very good because it was just kind of him manipulating the dwarves and those people into doing his shit for him, and they just kind of became his worshipers at it for nothing. It really wasn't that interesting. So when they come back,
it was. I will say it was fucking holy.
It was brutal as fuck what they did in that. But what happened in it is it's mainline source material, but it was kind of quickly done. There's not much to it. It's pretty straightforward. The good manipulation, politicking that goes on didn't really happen there. That's why they need to get around to season 5. But I haven't heard anything on Overlord season 5 in well over a year now, and it's not even coming up on.
Well, we haven't even heard
stuff.
any like. We won't know until there's news of anything, because another example of things we haven't heard of for a little while now. When's the next part for the Demon Slayer series coming out? When's the next movie?
They always said it was supposed to be 2028. I mean, they're working on it. I
don't know why they waited that long.
What did I say last year? They needed to have it out. Now, it's been a year now since Infinity Castle Part 1, which I dragged my ass to the theater to go see. And because I didn't want to wait, because I knew you were going to just be pissing and moaning at me if I waited.
Oh, 100%. And when the next one comes out, I'm going to do the same thing.
Well, I'm not going to wait. I want to go see it. But
yeah,
point is, I said when I came out of that one, they can't wait 2 years. They can't go 2028 and 2030 with this release, because they need to get this shit out, because they made all the freaking money. They made all the freaking money in the world to fund the remaining 2 movies. But apparently they are taking their time. Not there's anything wrong with that. It's just, it's at the end, man. Just get the 2 movies out.
Unless they're gonna here's my thing with that one. I know we still need to talk about Slime.
We'll get into it.
That one, unless they're gonna do some like top fucking notch animation, I don't see how it can take 2 years. Like, the story's right there. Start adapting it. Unless that's going to be, again, like, they have some big fights.
I understand. I don't know the details, but I know what fight is the pinnacle of the second movie. I know.
Yeah. It's a fucking good fight, too. But it's like, we need to I'm ready to watch that fight. That is such a phenomenal fight and great character work across the board with that fight. I want it in my veins now.
Yeah, so these things take their time and patience, and for things that are going to happen. And I think one of the things to understand now when it comes is, and this will be the final comments of this, and we'll move on to talk of the meat of the show here. When it comes to today's adaptations, because like what Buddy said right here, the Overlord movie, it was a filler arc, but it was still it was actual source material. It was an arc. I researched it before it came out. It was a legitimate arc from the light novels, but it felt like a filler arc. He's absolutely right. So, but let's be happy with this. They're taking their time, but because sometimes they're taking their time because they're waiting for source material. But at the other time, it's okay because it means they're going to follow source material. We're not going to get, for lack of a better example, we're not going to get a Claymore situation or original Full Metal Alchemist situation where you hit the roadblock of source material,
or Soul Eater,
where you're going to hit but we're getting Soul Eater. Oh, we never talked about. All right, we're gonna have to deviate again. This is why missing a month.
One small deviate. This is why this show goes the way it goes, guys.
Yeah.
We could be here for like an hour and a half. Sometimes they've gone for like almost 2.5 hours because of how this goes. Like, this is the show. We're here to have fun.
Point is, that's supposed to be my closer phrase, but anyway, I just thought, I forgot what was I saying?
You were talking about adaptations and how long it takes.
Okay, we're going to get the proper adaptations. We're not going to get a made-up ending, because that was one of the faults of the 90s and early 2000s era of anime, is the impatient studios would not wait for the mangas or the light novels to finish, so they would rush a fake conclusion and ruin it. Claymore is one of my favorite examples. We know Full Metal Alchemist is one of the most famous examples because then they just redid it with FMB. And
I'll give you one, Tokyo Ghoul, because they they got so far away from the manga, then they went back to the manga and nothing fucking made sense.
With the Blue Exorcist, they fucked it with that first season, and then they tried to alter course back to the actual storyline, and in my opinion, it never worked, which is why I gave up on them. I felt like, what am I watching here? None of this makes sense. You can't have the final battle you had in season 1 and then move on to this other thing, this other arc, this Kyoto arc, I think what they call it. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while since I looked at it.
I think it was Kyoto. I never watched.
All I know is that, so I checked out. So even though things take longer right now, I appreciate it because they are going to give us the proper adaptations. So I accept it. Now back to another tangent. So last time we were doing this, we were talk about losing track of the message. High School D&D. They lost track of that storyline so bad. The titties were also don't ruin it. They changed animation studios. Yeah, titties are still great, but they were not as good as the final Heroes that season. The animation was lower quality, not as good. Anyway, but all right. So last time we were here, I was finishing up the spring season of anime, and I got to the end of Fire Force. I completed it. Little underwhelming. And I'm going to be honest, it's all to set up Soul Eater, which is a better story.
Yes. It comes out of fucking nowhere. I'll say that. Like, wait.
Yeah. So this is
what is
to
this?
learn. Sorry, spoilers for Fire Force, because we've done season 1. We'll probably do season 2 and season 3 at some point. We'll get around to it. But spoilers now, earmuffs, you don't want to hear this. Here's your warning. I had no idea going into this. Now, I knew it was the same author. I knew it was the same mangaka. I knew that. I had no idea Fire Force is the origin for Soul Eater. I had no idea.
I thought, because I never read the manga. Okay, I didn't do that one for Fire Force. Sometimes I'll read the manga. I've had access to all the manga. I just never got around to reading it. So then all of a sudden, I'm watching this, and then Soul Resonance, and
there's the moon.
The moon and the sun. Okay.
That's what I knew. That's what I thought. Wait, the moon is here. The moon is here. It's happening. What's happening? Going on?
I thought they were just references the entire time because they would have the smile and all that. And next thing you know, what the fuck?
Then Shiro rewrites the world many times until he got it right, and then created death.
Just Soul Eater.
Now the final moments, getting all those Soul Eater teases, I was going like this because I was excited. I was very excited because I like Soul Eater, because I watched the anime, but when the anime gave us a butchered ending, I went to the manga and finished it with the manga. Unfortunately, I don't remember much anymore because that was a long time ago before my eidetic memory really kicked in. So I'm going in very blind again. I feel like it's going to be kind of fresh for me for the most part. I remember the big points, but I don't remember a lot of the in-between. So I'm very excited for Soul Eater because that's I'm more excited than I was for Fire Force. And also, Fire Force, I wanted Haumea to get what she deserved, but then they turned it into a sympathetic villain, and I hate it. I hate it when they have to turn people who are evil all the time into sympathetic villains. Give me evil motherfuckers.
I'm
tired
weird.
of it.
I do like a good evil person, though.
Give me evil. Give me evil.
We need more. I'm trying to think of a good example of just like pure unbridled evil in anime. We need more of the demon guy, like number 2, I'm gonna say, from Demon Slayer. We need more people like that, and like the main demon dude. We need more people that are just fucking evil. I love my complicated villains that you might understand them, but they're still bad. But we just need more.
Yeah, but I mean, Haumea gets a happy ending, and she was suffering.
Well, then you have the crazy girl who apparently may or may not have fucked what's his name, the main character.
Oh yeah, because she wanted his D. Yeah, and she's evil. She was an evil bitch, and she gets away with it.
First witch.
Oh, is she?
Yes, and the witches and stuff, like everything just comes from him. So he ended up fucking her to make.
Well, because you saw at the end, he had his kid with Sister Lily, who I think was a mistake. You had
Sister Lily all the way.
No. You had the Captain the Eighth. The flower. What was the flower? I can't remember her name. Also, the tan chick with the giant tits. She was great.
I know who you're talking about.
Right. Here's the problem with Sister Lily. They did zero build up for it. The groundwork wasn't completed to get to that point. It really wasn't for Sister Lily.
Well, they were doing the work, like they did like each other and stuff.
Yeah, but they didn't do enough groundwork for it.
I could agree with that.
He was sort of into her, but they never showed her being into him until the last minute. And I didn't like. I mean, I like Fire Force, but honestly, it's not going on my shelf. I don't want to rewatch it ever because
it's a fun. Fire Force is a fun one.
It's fun, but the final battles were. It's like they cut out all the final battles and just got straight to the meta at the end of it.
It gets a little like, what the fuck just happened here kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like that sometimes. I mean, that I'm scared though that that's how One Piece is going to end. I am scared that might be how that ends, but I still have faith in Oda.
Oda has a plan. I want to believe Oda has a plan.
Oda's had a plan for ever since the beginning. He's had a plan, and we'll talk about when we get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
He's starting to implement some of his plans.
Yeah. So I'm excited for Soul Eater. Mm-hmm. Having finished Fire Force, that's got me excited. I'm very excited for Soul Eater, and of course, we've got Black Clover in October.
Yes, Black Clover. Although
you were iffy with
there's I think they announced a sequel series for Black Clover. I don't remember. It needs more because the ending.
Well, by the time
without spoiling it, it does similar stuff that you don't like about Fire Force. Just kind of rushes. And it feels like it needs like a little bit more.
Maybe they'll do it. I mean, that's what Tite Kubo is doing with the final Bleach stuff right now. He used the anime to do more than he did in the manga because they rushed him to get the manga out. So, and that's ending now too. So I'm looking forward maybe to later this year watching all of 1,000 Year Blood War all the way through because I've read the manga twice up for doing all that, but I haven't watched it. I want to get it done. Anyway, okay, let's get to our stuff here. We'll have plenty of time to talk Black Clover because we're going to have to do season original run before we even get to that one. And that'll take time. Anyway. Stop it with your shonen hate. Stop it. Don't be an elitist, Alpha Omega. Anyway. All right. So, Reincarnated as a Slime seasons 2 and 3 starts off very interesting because it took me my original rewatch, and I did this one this years ago when I did my. I've seen seasons 1 through 3 now all the way through at least 4, maybe 5 times. I did a rewatch recently enough that we could do this, so I didn't have to redo it now. Season 2 starts off before season 1 ends. You realize that? The events.
Season 2 starts off before season 1
while
ends.
Season 1 ending, because season 1 ends with Rimuru leaving the academy, heading back to what is now supposed to be the events. Going on.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So the first half a dozen episodes with the envoy from Irizania, that's happening. That's already happened in season 1. So we're getting a little bit of the Wayback Machine here. And you also, the giveaway is the kids are wearing their old uniforms, but they're not wearing the new ones he gives them. That's the first giveaway. So here we are. And even though it's kind of going back in time, it's still such good stuff because you get the introduction of the Animal Kingdom and the rest of the rest of the Beastketeers. And
the Beastketeers are freaking cool ass characters.
Yeah.
You're getting all these like really interesting people coming into the thing. I love the Beastketeers. Plus they are
Albus, who boy. We'll get
I
to
like
her.
the Tiger one a little bit better.
Oh, well, she's feisty. Well, Albus had, Albus gets a minor story arc in this, which is good though. That's the thing. All these characters, they get something to do. And that's what I'm wishing about the show. Even the most minor characters get something to do. But go ahead. So we're getting this. How are you feeling though as we start this? So you like the Beastketeers and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I like the Beastketeers. I like the building out of the world because season 1 really does define the world a lot. It builds it up. You get
the map.
orcs. Yeah, you know some of the map, but you get the orcs. You get that whole disaster going there with the Calamity orc. I don't remember.
The Orc Calamity. Yeah.
Orc
The original
Calamity.
Geld. The original Geld.
Yeah.
Who was the Orc Demon Lord who was trying to become they tried to make him a Demon Lord and then Rimuru fucked it up for him.
Yeah, and you get a lot of this stuff, but at the same time, it still feels like there's more to this world that you don't understand. There's more chaos going on that is just such a fun time. And it leads you constantly going like, okay, what's next? Okay. And that's not like the bad, like, okay, let's keep just getting it done. No, it's like, I want to keep exploring. I want to keep learning. I want to keep seeing who else is there. Because the Beastketeers, I really didn't expect to see them. They just kind of come out of nowhere. And then there's this whole new race of people that you're like, I like these people.
Well,
I like this. And I want to see your guys' leader now.
Here, you saw him once in the beginning of season 1, Lord Carrion, but now he gets a role in this too. And here's one of those things I really enjoy about this. It's one of those shows that recontextualizes what demon lords are. They're not demons per se. There's only two actual demons in this: Diablo and Gin.
They hint at a bunch of actual demons, but there's only like 2 that we see.
Well, when I say the demon lords, only 2 of them were actually, and Diablo's not even demon lord. He's just got a name and he's an archdemon. But the only actual demon out of the demon lords is Gin, because he was also a knight. Well, he was
he's a real demon.
He's a real, because he was a primary like Diablo. He was red. He had a name, but then he got named again and became Demon Lord Gin next to and her name just slipped my mind. Malim. Next to Malim, he's the most powerful one out there, because Malim is the original. She's the original because and hearing her backstory, but nobody knows it's her backstory. Isn't that fascinating the way they do that? Because the show shows us with the the very fanciful artwork when it comes time for the demon ritual. Or what do they call it? Shit, not ritual. The festival. The festival. You don't know, they don't know it, but we know it, which is fascinating. But we'll get to that, because I want to go in order here. I really want to go in order because you have to. I really don't want to jump around. So, learning about the idea that demon lords aren't demon lords per se, not in your classic anime fantasy sense. They're just somebody who's reached so much power that becomes their title. Demon Lord.
It's kind of like, because one of the really cool parts about Reincarnated Slime is the level system and all that, which I enjoy when they implement stuff like this into fantasy. For some reason, it feels less like a fantasy, but it still has this like uniqueness to it. So like, I would view the Demon Lord status more or less as like an achievement that you have to work to get to.
You need to see your requirements. There are requirements. You have to check the boxes, because later on there'll be commentary about people becoming Demon Lords. We'll get to that. So you get this whole in-between stuff and one of the things I love most about this, and this is where during the Beastketeer Envoy segment is, I love watching Rimuru the city, not just Rimuru, but they call it Rimuru, capital Rimuru. I love watching the city grow. That's one of my favorite things about this, watching it evolve and develop. And that stems from me being a city builder gamer and an empire builder gamer. I love that kind of stuff because it makes me want to go play a game and build a city and do the stuff, but there's no good fantasy city builders out there. So that's a problem for me. Anyway, but
there's Power World, but you can't really build a city. So
let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, that's the best part about the world. Slime, though. It feels lived in. It feels like it grows with you as you learn the story, as the story evolves, moves on. It is growing with you to the point that you're loving it. So it's becoming a part of you, more or less.
And here's the thing. They don't just exposition dump it. You learn about it through proper interactions. We learn about Irizania and the Beast Kingdom through interactions now. We learn, hey, these aren't bad people. They're an agricultural nation. They aren't trying to conquer anybody, and they want peace and trade, and they want your booze. They want your
They love your booze.
They're going to give you
They
free.
love good booze.
I love that moment when they're having dinner after everybody almost blows each other up, which is funny. I love it. After they almost blow each other up, I love it that they're all sitting down there, and Albus and I forget the tiger chick's name. They're sitting there drinking, and Rimuru Lucas says, "Wait a minute. You just want us to make you booze, don't you?" And they have that dead eye stare at him.
Yeah.
I love that animation for him, just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, no, yeah, absolutely. We want this booze because it's good booze. You guys have fantastic booze.
Yeah. It's so, but you're introduced to stuff, and this is what the show does real. Sets up the groundwork for the later arcs, which is what season 3, when we get to it, essentially is. The entire back half of season 3, it's all set up for what I believe now is going on in season 4 right now.
And that's kind of what they do towards the end of season 1 is just set up. Even though it is like still building out the world, it's what they're really good at, is setting up this world, playing it out, and making you guess. It does get slow sometimes, especially in season 3, but it's still entertaining.
Even though season 3's back half is slow, I love it because I think it's just so cool what they're doing. I want to go in that. I want to go in that.
We could talk about it in season 2, especially because of the political maneuvering that you start seeing, and it's so fantastic.
And what I like about it is that Rimuru as a character doesn't shy away from it. That's one of the things that, just to bring in Overlord a conversation again, is Momonga, or Ainz, if you want to, whatever you want to call him. He doesn't really get or understand the political maneuvering his own minions are doing. Rimuru gets it, and he's all in on it. He's okay with it. And that's why I like Rimuru as our protagonist, because yes, sometimes does Great Sage, eventually Gabriel, help him out. Yeah. Helps him out a lot.
It also screws him up a lot too.
Well, yeah. That's because he gives her improper instructions sometimes. So,
well, more of what I'm saying.
Raphael, sorry, Raphael, not Gabriel.
He's not allowed to get drunk.
Well, he has to turn it off. Yeah, that's more for the humor stuff, because then he started spilling all the secrets at that point.
Yeah.
But whatever, though, Rimuru is a competent protagonist. He gets what's going on. That's why I like it, because he just literally wants to build a peaceful world. So we get through the sort of Irizani stuff, and then that's all nice little things. It's good character building, but then we get to the serious shit, the back half of the first half of season 2, part 1. Because just remember, when this aired, there was part 1, which was the disaster and the Harvest Festival, and then Walpurgis was the second half of season 2. So what goes on there is, while Rimuru then goes back to, I forget the name of that city, to finish with the kids, who, all right, now, during this last season, we got this. So we have to talk about this. I want to throw out a theory here, and I'm gonna jump ahead now because we get a little bit of a taste of it in season 3. Chloe, little black-haired human girl who had the weird spirit gum. I think she's the great hero, and at some point, she's going to be thrown back in time. I think she's the hero that sealed Veldora. Because there's the whole talk about having to create your own destiny. I think she's the hero, the one that.
And I'm letting you talk because it's not a thought that hasn't crossed my mind, because I don't fucking know.
Here's the thing.
She could be somebody that's thrown through time. She could be like a reincarnation. She could just be about anything. That's why I'm sitting here like you could be right, but at the same time, I don't know.
Well, you don't know. I'm just going off what I've seen. Remember, I work my hardest. I've been blocking people left and right for the past few weeks who are posting spoiler shit about what's going on in season 4 right now. So I'm
treating season 4 kind of how you are. I'm waiting until both parts are out.
Yeah, we got. I think we got another 7 weeks right now till it's done, because we're carry over here and it's a full 24 episodes. But so I have no idea what's going to happen. And remember, chat, we appreciate no spoilers for anything. We really appreciate it, especially when we're specifically quarantining ourselves from current stuff or manga, and now that Dermy must have self-control and not read ahead on stuff. Unfortunately, Slime is a light novel, so Dermy can't read Japanese, so he's not gonna get spoiled.
My problem isn't that I read ahead on everything. My problem is I ask a question and then I start going down rabbit holes, and the next thing I know way too much that
Self-control. Point is, I think that Chloe is the hero that sealed Veldora. That's my theory. And I think she's going to get thrown back in time at some point to start this. Because remember, she just disappeared. So I think she's out there waiting until she gets thrown back in time to reappear. Because nobody said she's dead. She just walked away. Nobody ever said she got killed. She just walked away.
She did just disappear. Nobody knows what happened. What if she was thrown out of time?
I think time travel is involved in this. I think it has to be.
Yes,
I really think it's involved in this.
There's some fuckery going on with time, which is
Chloe, and I think Chloe's her because having watched this, I've seen season 3 times now. I've watched it 3 times now. This is last time was my 3rd watch through, and I've seen enough evidence that's put me down this path of thought here. So I'm wondering if I'm going to be right, because that means she's good. Now, of course, I want Rimuru to have. I think the only winning thing is Rimuru has a harem, because that way every girl. Normally, I like real romance arcs, but this is the kind of thing that's set up for harem. It has harem written all over it.
He kind of has a harem, but I kind of want him to get with the princess because.
And I like Shion. Shion is best girl to me. She's Shion, especially after this season. This season is so. It's Shion coded.
Shion is best girl up until when the princess starts getting some real development, and then you're like, listen, no, she's best girl.
Shuna has a great moment at the end of season 2 with the undead with the lich. I suddenly forgot his name, but this season is Shion coded, because what happens now. So while Hinata is detaining, is it Hinata? Is that her name? Shit, let me check here. I want to get it. That's a problem we having just recently watched this, but it's been about 2 months since I watched it. The names, I think it is.
I'm
Hinata.
shit at names.
I know you are. That's why I'm trying to look it up. Hinata, I believe Hinata Sakaguchi. Yeah, Hinata Sakaguchi. While she is detaining Rimuru, the attack from Falmouth is happening. And here it is. Let me check right here. Hinata. I got it right. Hinata.
That is when he's leaving the capital, isn't it?
That's right. Because at the end of season 2, she's watching him leave. And at this point, Rimuru was strong, but he hasn't reached his god tier level yet, or his first god tier level with raising up. So he was not prepared to fight Hinata, who is literally a demon slayer. That's her. She is a beast of a machine. So he gets in her fight, and she's not one to listen to him. And at this point, when you first meet her, you're thinking, wow, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. But then season 3, you learn that she was massively manipulated, and she doesn't like it that she was manipulated. But during all this, you have the whole political machinations of Falmouth attacking Rimuru, or the Rimuru Tempest Alliance. And that is some hardcore shit. Now, you want to talk about 3 people who deserve everything you get? The 3 summoned humans.
Yes.
The three isekai humans. They are evil as fuck, and they deserve
They're not worth. They are pure, utter dog shit that deserve the torture. Every single punishment that comes their way. That entire army deserves everything that came their way.
And it's so good,
because this goes into like the political nature of it all, where the reason they're doing this is because they're threatened by a growing city of what they view it as sacrilegious within their religion monsters, because all these demi-humans are taking over, and demi-humans are like lesser in their eyes. So their whole plan now is to just, we can't outright attack them.
And it's also
we're gonna make it seem like we're saving everybody and just fucking massacre.
But it's also economic because Rimaru's the Tempest Alliance is going to become the economic hub of the continent because it's literally smack dab in the middle of everything, and Falmouth is going to get pushed aside. So they're going to lose all their money, and everybody's already said, we don't really like Falmouth. We'll be happy to deal with you. So it's a combination of religious fervor and greed.
And it's the political maneuvering where you didn't really get that in season 1, like the political angles and everything. Now you're getting it, and it's like
you'd heard about it. You'd heard about it, but now you see it happening, and the complete disgusting nature of the Falmouth army and their isekai humans, their summons. We'll just call them the summons. Their summons, what they do, it's despicable. And you're watching our hero teams, watching Benimaru and Shion and Shuna and all of them, because and then wrapped up in this is what's her name? Oh, what's the Majin who, of course, Clayman's manipulating all this. It's all Clayman. Clayman is the puppet master, the demon puppet master. He's manipulating all this. Mulan.
And he's not a demon lord yet, but
he's a demon lord, but he's not a true demon lord. Is the thing. He's got the seed. There are only two true demon lords in this current era. Gin and Malim. They're the only true demon lords. Everybody else has a demon lord seed and hasn't fully evolved yet. That is the trick. And they're all trying to for various. Clayman has the seed, although he's been put on this whole He's been put on this whole mission by true villain. What's his name? Who runs the guild? Shit, I forgot his name.
The Harlequin.
Well, he's running the model of Harlequin because the demon lord who he. Here we go. No, that's not it. God, this is very Kigali, who used to be demon lord Kazalim, was resurrected by the dude who runs the Yuki, who's the Grand Master, who Rimaru doesn't want to believe for the longest time. It's like, it has to be him. He's the one that sold me out to Hinata. He doesn't want to believe it, but he's not dismissing completely. And that's what we say. These machinations, it works so well. But Clayman manipulated Falmouth using Mulan to put the shield up to weaken all the Kijin. I said Kijin. And then it ends up with Shion getting killed. And then Rimuru comes back. And at the moment, he's okay. He's devastated that his city's been attacked. But it's when he sees Shion's dead body.
It's not just when he sees Shion's dead body. It's when he sees all the dead bodies. But Shion's the one that really
the snap. Off. That's the snap right there. That's what you did.
Because what really sets, like, he's pissed off already, but when he went after his, like, one of his right hands, somebody that he truly loves, he loves everybody, but this is somebody like he cares about, like part of his family, more or less.
Yeah.
He takes it personal because they haven't been doing anything wrong. They've just been there living, like existing and doing stuff right. And yes, they basically became the squeaky wheel that needed the grease, for lack of a better term. And I'm not saying that in the negative. It's what happened. But they were just minding their own fucking business. And the next thing you know, they're just dead. So yeah, he gets pissed, rightfully so.
And he snaps. He snapped like aura blast snap. And then he reins it in, and he's about to eat everybody to give them a final resting place. But then Elf Girl shows up just in time. Now that's convenience. It's convenience, but we saw her rushing there. So it was urgency. They got there, and then you have a 3% chance, you could save everybody if you become a true demon lord. And then they tell us Malim's origin story, which is fucking heartbreaking. And you realize why Malim is as dumb as she is, because she shut down her own memories. She doesn't want to remember her past. And I wonder if some point if she's going to down the road. I wonder. Just because I want, because
she would have to for narrative sake. and it would be like an interesting story development and character growth.
She would go from ditz to serious. Then is the thing, because she has clearly suppressed all those memories. Because she says at one point during an explanation, "I think I did this, or did I?" And it's tragic. It's freaking tragic. So you learn that there's a chance you can save everybody who's dead if you become a demon lord, because you'll be granted a resurrection as a boon for doing this. And then the Harvest Festival, which, and I see Frank saying it doesn't justification. Oh, I think they're all justified because the orcs were manipulated. Those humans chose to still do this. Clayman may have been pulling the strings, but the church and all those armies, they chose this. The orcs were literally being driven by a force outside of their control, the hunger.
And well, yeah, the hunger, because what ended up happening with the orcs in particular, you had the orcs were basically all being forced to follow Geld without any control. So when Geld got manipulated in his way, they were just forced to follow along. And now you got this one where it's like they chose to do this shit.
And they were happy to do
it. You also crossed the line by actually going after these people.
Yeah.
They took out the original Geld. The original Geld was eaten.
And also 150,000 orcs died in that war because there's only about 30,000 high orcs in Tempest. There's only about 30,000 high orcs. That means 150 to 160,000 orcs died during that war. That Benimaru and Shion and Soe massacred during that fight.
So now you have this one where it's like you really did overstep because they did nothing. You deserve to die, and you all deserve the punishments coming to you.
And Rimuru,
especially the fucker who's like leading the charge of all the like isekai people who wants to just absorb them for his own fucking sake.
Yeah. Oh man. Now I love this entire sequence. I love the stars. And Alpha Omega, we ask you to no. You know the rules. No
spoil.
No. Anyway, so that whole sequence of Megiddo and just doing that, Rimuru locks it in, and that is an utter massacre. That's the kind of that I love, that kind of power display. I do, because it's a calculated power display. He doesn't just swing sword. I'm create a magic spell that's going to reflect hot light laser beams through water and glass. I'm just going to shoot you through the brain. And like you said, the commander who'd been in charge, the first commander who'd been in charge of the slaughter, the one who killed Shion, he steps right out. I will go save. Zip. Mid-word. Zip. The wizard, he gets zipped. He thinks he's got that dude's power and all those dudes. And prior to that, how they get the massacre, like it was the massacre of those three. First, chick gets choked out by her own dude. She fucking deserves that. And then that dude has his soul sucked up by the wizard guy. And the other guy, I love it how Soe just, when he's at full strength, just like, not Soe, I'm not Soe. I mean Hakuro, sorry, I meant not Soe, Hakuro. Hakuro's like, yeah, you don't realize you're dead. I've already cut your head off.
Yeah.
I've already cut your head off. You lost.
I loved the cool part is like they are just fucking vicious, but I also enjoy how they break off into teams. Like the strongest crews are going out there.
Yeah. Solo, Benimaru, solo.
And Benimaru soloing is best. Benimaru is still best man.
And we haven't even seen him in beast mode yet. We haven't even seen Benimaru. And we only get a taste of that in the movie too. And in the movie, he's holding back against his brother. Mm-hmm. He's holding back against him. Against Hero. He is not going full force Hero. But Benimaru is a beast. So he just like we're done here. But then
we also have to realize, okay, one, they're not at full power yet. I doubt me and you have even seen them anywhere near full power. And two, we don't have Diablo on our team yet.
And now we get Diablo right after it ends, and Rimuru is losing because the festival begins. The Harvest Festival begins. And, of course, Ranga's there to back him up. And he uses a quick summon spell, some of the demons. And I love Diablo.
Diablo's bad. Diablo's so fucking cool.
He just wants to work for him. That's all he wants.
That's my only criticism is like, when they show off Diablo in that pass, he's like, I'm a menacing dude. And it's always like, I'm underhanded and everything. And now you're here and it's like, I just want to be your greatest servant It's like, I kind of want you to still be manipulating you.
You know what?
Come
Season
on.
3 gives you that. Season 3 gives you that.
It does, but I still want. I want a little bit more. I want the conniving. Just.
I see. I think Diablo's plenty conniving. I just love what he does in that. He just bitch slaps that wizard around. It's like, oh, I'm an archdemon. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Can't do anything. And then but then we get the Harvest Festival itself, the resurrection, everybody getting powers. I love that whole sequence because it's gratifying to see our heroes win and win in. I like the win in brutal fashion. It's brutal, it's ugly, it's war driven, and it's necessary because you know what? It shows that these characters have teeth. They're not going to get pussified. They're not going to get lowered down. But like, oh, we're going to be all happy and friends. No, you fucked with us. We're going to fuck you over. And then then Demon Lord, and then becomes Demon Lord Rimuru for real, Demon Slime. And I love that moment when he wakes up after being knocked out and Shion's there. It's just like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
And
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Can you pull up what Will Buddy said?
Where?
Like this this is what I'm talking about. Like prior to Diablo being summoned, we see that he's watching Rimuru, and you know he has a plan, and it just feels like was your plan to just become a servant? I need more here.
What I think with Diablo is that he wants to serve a greater power. There are some characters and character types that don't have designs of their own. They want to be a part of something, and I think he's been looking for a worthy master. Although Gin has said, "Oh, Black, you're now starting to move. Black is making a move."
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I don't remember who said. Like you said, Gin, but I don't. Like they were explaining the demons and how they're all like named after colors and everything like that, and they said like Black's one of the worst of them all. And they were like playing up like Black's kind of like he has some shit behind him, and then you have all this build up, and you see him, and it's like, I just want to be your butler, and it's like,
but I love that. I see. I get off on loyalty. I love loyal characters. I really enjoy loyal characters, and the fact that because he got named and there's connection, he's complete. I don't think he's going to betray Rimuru. I don't. I think he's completely.
Well, I don't know if it's betraying Rimuru, but I feel like he should have bigger plans. I don't think he's going to betray Rimuru, but I think that's a failure of the character. Because like how they were building him up to potentially have bigger plans. And
we only saw him twice. You see him in the flashback episode at the end of season 1. And then at the end of season 1 proper, where you see him missing his chance to get out, which I always thought a problem with season 1 is they didn't show us Rimuru getting Bayonetta or anything like that. Beretta, not Bayonetta. Beretta. They should have shown those episodes of Beretta and all that stuff. I'm sorry they never did. That we only got references to the creation of all that kind of stuff. But that was his missing chance. That's when he missed his chance to get out the first time, and he took the chance when he went during the Harvest Festival. Listen, we're just having a different opinion here. I mean, I think that Diablo is perfectly crafted, and he's giving me what I want of the character: fiercely loyal, devious, but in the way that serves his master and his own purposes. Because during the movie, when he goes off against Violet or whatever her name is,
it's like Purple Violet. It's
Purple, yeah. He doesn't have to do that. He does it to help Rimuru, to help the plot.
Yeah,
and I love in that moment that's just his to show you that being named Diablo, he outstrips her in power because she requires manifestation power, and he has a physical body, which is what she was trying to do in the movie with the whole curse game, which we'll talk about the movie briefly. We won't spend too much time on that because
the movie is relatively quick. It is good. It's great.
It's good. It's great. But I'm still not even sure where it slots in.
Basically, right in between.
It says that, but there are events at the beginning of season 3 which leads me to believe it kind of slots in between the parts of it because you see Hero at the party briefly,
and they reference the city right at the beginning of 3.
Yeah, so it slots in somewhere in 3. I haven't looked up where. I'm sure somebody with a more
I think it's somewhere in between 2 and 3. Like
I think it's maybe. Right after the start of 3 because 3 starts right after Walpurgis. So,
but they mentioned in like towards the beginning of 3, like we're starting
about
to
about
get
I
this
think a couple weeks have gone
mineral that's
by.
yeah.
It's a little fuzzy, but the movie
Mhm.
is canon to the T. I don't know if it's canon to the source hero or if the movie is canon to the anime lore, because Hero is seen visibly seen at the party during the dungeon release or the grand festival. Anyway, so everybody gets resurrected, and then we go through. This is where the show slows down between part 1 and part 2. Now it's the big setup for Walpurgis. Now that's a ton of information dump, a lot of rehashing shit over and over again, but it's all fun stuff.
It's fun stuff, but basically Walpurgis is a more, it's not really a celebration, it's just basically a meeting.
It's the meeting, but it's the Walpurgis arc is what it is. It's the Walpurgis arc.
The meeting that all the demon lords come together and more or less
talk
welcome
business. Well,
talk business
Walpurgis
and also welcome like the big guy.
Well, Walpurgis is supposed to be when they meet to do stuff and decide on important things like naming what they're called, the 10 great demon lords, which is apparently they struggled for a long time to get that name. But at the same time, now it's because Clayman is called Walpurgis because his whole plan is to fuck over Rimuru. Problem is, nobody knows that Rimuru has evolved into a true demon lord because they're blaming everything on Veldora's resurrection. What do you think of Veldora coming back?
Oh, I fucking love it. Veldora is such a fun character too. He gets a. I view Veldora basically the way you view Diablo. Where it's like, I love this dude. He is such a force of nature.
Literally.
That it is fun to just have around as a. Yes, he's a force of nature in the anime, hands down. But it's something about just that big personality and at the same time being kind of like, dumb in his own little way that I fucking love this kind of a character.
I love him. Oh, I love him too.
My finger.
He's so. You know what it is? He's a weeb. He turns himself into a weeb. He was reading manga in Rimuru's stomach or watching it, and now he's reading it during his pastime. When he's fighting Malim during Walpurgis, he goes Kamehameha. He does a Kamehameha wave just because he can focus his energy, and it's so good. It's so good. It's so much fun, and he's just a dude, bro. I think that's the part of it too. He's a dude, bro, who's never had a friend, and now he's got his friend, and he's just happy to be there, and everybody is just freaked out to Veldora being there. They don't want to really believe it, but it's like, yes, this is Veldora, but it's then here comes the politicking and the planning. Oh, we'll blame everything on Veldora. He goes, you okay with that? Yeah, I'm fine.
I also see Will Buddy says Veldora not being used is a good idea. They can't use him as a fighting buddy because when he fights, he destroys shit. So they're actually not.
I love when his sister, one of the other two remaining dragons, when they go up against Palace in the north, she says, it's very weird. My brother's back, but he hasn't destroyed anything. That's not his usual pattern. So this is him changing because he has friends and family, and also because he doesn't want to, because for lack of a better term, he loves Rimuru. It's his bro. It's his buddy. They've bonded. It's because he was in Rimuru's stomach for 2 years. He was in there for 2 years. And
they started becoming best friends right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like Freebie. Oh, wait, no, we actually really like each other. We're buddies now. We're bros.
Rimuru is exasperated by him though. It's like, no, don't be you. Don't be you. Just chill. Don't be you. We don't want you running around.
And Rimuru has to basically control him a lot because it's like, do what I say or else you don't get more manga.
That's one of the best things at the conclusion of the movie. They come back and Veldora came to town, Malim came to town, and Veldora and not why do I keep messing Malim. Malim had a sparring match in town while they were gone. And Reem was like, what did you two do? What? I came to Malim came to play. And we just got out of hand. No desserts for you. Oh. Well, you can control two of the most out of control nuclear weapons in the world with threats of no manga and no dessert. You're okay. You have a tight leash on them. It's all right. It works. But it's that's the point. He was alone for centuries, and he gets a friend, and he's completely committed, and he is perfectly, he wants to fight with the big stuff, but he's perfectly happy chilling out reading manga.
Yeah.
And then in season 3, he gets placated even more, leading into his new weeb persona that he's developed by being exposed to all that stuff. Anyway, so we're just going to skip over the Walpurgis politicking, pre-Walpurgis politicking, because that's just more world building with the Sorcerer's Nation, all that kind of stuff. We get all kind of
Sorcerer's Nation is,
well, the delegation comes because that's what
the elf
girl's dad. He's the Archduke.
That's when you discover that she's an elf herself, even though I don't think they've actually told us that.
No, they have told us that because when she talks to Rimuru about the Harvest Festival, her ears pop out, and they reveal that they're from the Sorcerer's Nation, Sorcerer's Dynasty. Sorry, Sorcerer's Dynasty.
Well, this is also when you get the guy in charge of the dwarves.
Dwargon comes back, and they change his voice actor too. They changed his for the better.
I noticed
the first voice actor wasn't as good.
I like this one too. But you get Dwargon coming back, and he's just laying into Rimuru because Rimuru doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
And that's true. It's like, listen. You're a king now. Rimuru's essentially, you're a king now. There's a way to do this stuff. And here's the thing too. They're now dropping hints at this point that the Dwargo, he's a heavy fucking hitter in one of those fights. He's somebody that can carry his weight in a serious fight. And it's these things that you're getting hinted at now.
Dwargo is one of my favorite characters, I think, in the entire thing, because he's serious. And you see Rimuru, he's serious and stuff, but he still doesn't, he's good at politicking, but he's not great. And you get him coming in, who's more or less an expert at it, and just seeing him lay it again, like you said,
drag you into the back room and you're gonna listen to me.
Rimuru can control 2 fucking nuclear weapons.
Yeah,
that dude can boss around Rimuru. Yeah, that's why I fucking like him.
Just because essentially Rimuru sees him, for lack of a better term, as a senpai. You are my superior. You know what's going on. I'm going to take your advice because you know what you're doing. And also, Dwargo knows that Rimuru, the Tempest is going to outstrip him eventually. It'll become stronger and stronger because when we get past Walpurgis, the Kijin evolved again. They evolved again, but we'll get to that. Walpurgis. I love everything about Walpurgis because when we learned that Clayman has now supposedly put Malim under a spell, she was never under the spell the whole time. And she is so proud of herself for acting the whole time. I thought that was hysterical. She's so proud of herself for that because Malim is charming in her own silly little way. But you get the whole thing, Clayman, and I love the way that Rimuru and his allies convince Clayman that he's in control the whole time. I love the way they've done that. And up until the very moment when Rimuru pulls the rug out from under him because he thinks they killed Mulan, although he's already flipped Mulan, he's working for him now. That was his whole precedent for doing what he did. He killed my poor vassal, my poor Majin, so I had to do this. And then Rimuru just shows all the evidence that he's collected. And now, once again, here, we understand these are the true powers of this world. These demon lords. And I love it how everybody is trying to pretend that Valentine is not Valentine until Veldora shows up.
Yeah.
And because they have history and she hates him because he's an idiot. Hey, I just destroyed one little town. All right. Town. Oh, one of some steam. And apparently apparently he's weak to her attacks, her shocking electricity attacks. But funny stuff. I love the relationships that are now building at this point. But Walpurgis of that, because we get everything. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I also love with Walpurgis, this is something that the show does. You're going to be interacting with basically every character at Walpurgis. At some point in time, there will be an arc revolving around this person. They really build that up in season,
at least.
Yeah, they build that up. They show that more in season 3, and I enjoy that because of just how many different races there are. There's still more.
You learn more
in this world. Yes,
Tengu and all that kind of. Where did Tengu? Okay, here we go. And then that builds Hakuro's arc. when we get to that.
Oh,
So
Tango.
the Tango. Yeah. So it's hey,
I fucking love it.
Wait
No,
for it.
I
We'll get
love
there.
it because of his arc.
I know, but it's
enjoy
good.
it.
You don't see it coming either. That's a great thing.
Yes.
You don't see it coming. Now we get to Walpurgis, and I think Walpurgis is such a satisfying conclusion to season 2 because this is what you start to realize. Holy shit, Rimuru and his Majin are really fucking strong. Now, of course, we learn that Malim is still stronger because it's taking Raphael. And she's not even taking it seriously because we learned that she still has a transform state. So when she's effing around with Rimuru at Walpurgis, she's not taking it seriously, but she's still just effing around. She's just effing around. And Rimuru is barely hanging on thanks to Raphael, just dodging. And then we learn Valdora can summon himself, and then they fight, and it's a funny little fight there. But we get every time when we see Shion utterly annihilate Clayman because he's the one that engineered her murder. And I love it. I love it. I love every second of it. We see what's the name of essentially the fox that Clayman is controlling, and
I know what you're talking about. It's that spirit beast that ends up.
Yeah, and it goes, help me.
Mm.
That breaks your heart, makes you realize, oh man, another slave to Clayman. And then during Walpurgis, Shuna just gets her moment. Not only was she shining when she was defending and helping with the Harvest Festival by keeping the barrier up, but then right there, she goes with just Soe and Hakuro, I'll just need these two. We'll be fine. She just restores faith to somebody who's lost faith. It's all these great little things. And then during Walpurgis, the war in Irizania, where they had just they set the perfect trap for Clayman's forces and just annihilates them. And I love that moment when Albus is fighting the middle finger of the ice sword dude. I forget his name.
Yeah, the ice sword guy who I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And she's winning, but then of course Clayman betrays him and turns him into a mini version of what was it called? Shit.
The Calamity Beast thing.
Yeah. I just suddenly forgot its name.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember its name either. Yeah.
In a mini version of that, and then we get a glimpse of Benimaru exerting power. One shots it.
This used to be something that they struggled with, and now he just...
Well, it was a fraction of it.
It's a fraction of it, but
yeah.
now he just nukes it, and it's like, this really does define how strong he is getting.
And I love his voiceover. Albus, what did I tell you? If things got out of control, I would take over. Boom. That's when she falls in love with him. That's when she falls in love with him, and he's going to have to deal with his own personal harem coming up now. But that war's great. And then, of course, the
Albus
dragon
is best girl for him.
Oh, it is. Because she's a woman. She's a woman.
She's a woman.
She's a woman.
And she can hold her own. And that's what he needs. He needs somebody that can hold her.
But the problem is, as we're going to see soon, he doesn't know what to deal with any of that. Mm-hmm. That's an excellent badass. But usually I don't approve of that. But in this case, I do. It's like, okay, super badass. But I love Hawker goes, yeah, he has no experience with women. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I also like it when they're dealing with like the forces. You also get like they're not Dragonites. It was like
the Dragon Faithful. People. The Dragon Faithful.
Yeah, the Dragon Faithful. And you find out like these are a version of what like
it's another evolutionary track.
Yeah,
of dragons.
Rimuru has, and it's like, could we potentially get could Rimuru potentially have some of those guys on the side? Like, is that
maybe? It depends. Problem is, they're Malim's people, so.
Well, I'm not talking about them, but can his people potentially evolve into that?
Who knows? I mean, they talk about the evolutionary routes in season 3 a lot, and they're two separate ones because the Dragon Newts still retain this. They've lost all ability to transform completely, but they have still strength and other abilities. But here it is. We get another bit of the world building here with the Dragon Faithful, Malim's domain, and stuff like that. And people come together. We're not really enemies. We were all forced into this. Although Father Hakare and Benimaru want to have a good old-fashioned fight. But then I like that line, though. We're not really going to know who's stronger because if you don't fight to kill, we're not going to know. Because I'm not going to go out unless I fight to kill. That's why I hold Benimaru fighting Hero. He wasn't fighting to kill. So Benimaru, even because Hero was owning him in that third movie, in the movie fight, he was kicking his ass. But Benimaru wasn't fighting to kill. So he wasn't going all out.
Well, also he was 100% pulling his punches on his best friend. He did not want to do that.
Yeah, because that's his long lost brother, and he didn't do it. But that fight is great. So then Walpurgis, and I love the fight. And even though Clayman is an evil son of a bitch, they at least make us understand him with his hopes and his dreams. The revival of Demon Lord Kazalim, the Harlequin Madaras, who, by the way, Footman and the chick Tyr, we don't know how powerful they are because they were owning Geld and the other Beast-Katir. They were demolishing them.
Well, what we end up seeing in even season 3 is like they can hold themselves up against Demon Lord people too.
Yes, against regular Demon Lords, not so we don't know the strength of the Monochrome the Harlequins. We don't know. And now we know that
we don't even know who's truly even running them.
I think it's Yuki. Yuki's running that show because he's the one that salvaged Kazalim's soul and kept it inside him. I know that that's the conflicts in season 4 because I tell by the poster. That's not me knowing spoilers. Yuki is featured in the poster. So things are going to come to a head with Yuki in season 4. It's coming to a head because Rimuru by the end of season 3 knows it. He's realized it by the end of season 3. So I love Walpurgis, and of course, I love it. I love it when you know you're in a serious moment because the final battle between Rimuru and Clayman, they play the intro theme for that second half of the season, which I think is a badass theme with that guitar. I love that. That's when Rimuru just, we're done playing around. I'm going to kick your ass now. I'm going to take you down. And he does it. But then, like I said, we get that little Clayman thing of, I should have listened to you, Laplace. My reach exceeded my grasp. I shouldn't do that. And he dies regretting everything, like he should, because he was evil. And this is where we're talking about evil people should get what they deserve. And I hope that this trend continues with the seasons, with the series.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And then we
I love how it gets built up.
Yeah.
So
and then it's the tie-up of season 2. They renamed to Octogram and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of it. And then let's just roll into season 3 because let's just roll in there because I know that
season 3 is going to go by relatively quickly. Anyway,
it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. So it's because the back half we could talk about in a few sentences. The first part, the first 9-10 episodes is the fallout from all of this, where now we learn about Hinata and what her deal is, and we learned what Valentine is the true ruler of the Eastern Empire. Sorry, the Western Harlem Church, not Eastern. The Western Harlem Church. We first get introduced to the Eastern Empire through the merchants now in season 3, who were helping Yuki set up all this stuff in the net. And what I like about this first part is the setup. Now they're moving the hero, what's his name, who Mulan marries, to be king in Falmouth. They're gonna. I forget his name all of a sudden. It just
I'm remembering what you're talking about. I'm also remembering the little journey that Rimuru goes on to like that desert area, and where does that line up again? I can't remember. Because that was a quick one. It was like we did this, and here's a bunch of stuff, and you see Diablo taking on like it was Mord stuff. Was that in season 2 or was that in season 3?
No,
it's like a quick 3 episodes before.
No, it's 3 starts right after Walpurgis, the cleanup stuff where they're now having to deal with the fallout, and they're trying to make sure that the story's going to hold because they send the priest back to the Western Holy Church, but then the 8 wise men essentially. We learned that they're the true masters behind trying to manipulate Hinata and all that kind of stuff. And we learn about the the noble family, who's what are their names? Shit, I just forgot their names. They're brand new to me. I haven't. So, they're also now.
I know who you're talking about. They're the
like
people
the world lives to serve us. We live to rule this world. Yeah, those guys. The grandfather.
Those guys who they're still
and
not
the granddaughter.
defeated.
No, they're part of the granddaughter is featured as a major villain in season 3 and season 4. She's on the poster. She's an issue.
Yeah,
she's a part of it. And I'm sure somebody's going to toss the nail here in a second. What was this now? Woody?
What was the deal with the guy that was from Earth that was like a principal or something when Rimuru was teaching the kids? Oh, that's Yuki, wasn't it? No, it wasn't Yuki. That was I know who you're talking about. Was that Yuki?
Yuki is in charge of the guild. He was the one in charge of hooking Rimuru up with the kids. And that's Yuki.
But is he the one that's in charge of that school that they go to?
Yes.
Is that Yuki? Okay, then
yes.
Yeah, that's Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki. Yeah, Yuki is, as Alpha Omega confirmed, because now we're in season 3. Yuki is in charge of the moderate Harlequin Alliance. Because
just call them the Harlequin Alliance, because I can't say the first part.
Moderate Harlequin Alliance. I'm going to say it, damn it. But he got he resurrected Kazalim, gave him a new body in a female elf body, who is then also now pretending to be something else, because Rimuru goes to him talking about using the money they got from Clayman's castle, stuff like that, and they have this whole spinning knowledge of I'm an archaeologist and all that bullshit. And I'm just thinking, Rimuru, first time watching it, think Rimuru, you falling for this shit? And that's Yuki. Well, buddy,
yeah, that's Yuki.
That's Yuki. And that's the thing. Yuki we learn now that Yuki wants to rule this world, but he's very patient about it. And he'll smile while stab you in the back is the thing. So Yuki they realize they lost this. That's the thing about Yuki. Yuki realizes he loses. So he's pulling everything back. So the moderate Harlequin Alliance, they've taken a back seat in season 3 while letting the Eastern merchants and the 7, the 8, they named them 2 different things in different parts of the season. So my memory is jumbled. I just call them the 8, the 7 Advents, the 7-day saints. They called them at one point, something like that. So those guys are now trying to manipulate,
like the wise men, more or less.
Yeah, they want to manipulate Hinata into killing Rimuru. They give her this super dragon killing sword that's supposed to annihilate everybody, and they try to pit them at each other. Problem is Hinata's onto it because they manipulated Rimuru's message, come fight me. They just edited it. And she realizes that doesn't make any sense. So she tries to control her own people, who are also being controlled by the 7 wise men, who are also trying to now kill everybody else who are trying to set up the revolution in Falmouth. But Diablo's in charge of that. So you get these simultaneous events happening. And that's where you get that great Diablo stuff where he just annihilates those guys. That's just Diablo flexing, and I love it. Yeah, he just flexes, and it's such good stuff. And it's more Diablo meat for his character and stuff and all that fun stuff there. And that's also the politicking, because remember,
season 3 really starts off with more politicking. There is some action, but it's really just that politicking. It's seeing how it all plays out, realizing that Valentine's here and stuff, and then you see like Valentine's story, and you realize that
she might be a vampire.
She might be a vampire, but she's actually kind of a good person.
Well, she's also a lesbian.
Yeah,
she's also a lesbian because she's got somebody frozen in a block of ice or something that hurts her when she touches it. That's her goal, to save whoever's in there, person she loves. And she's not a bad person, though. That's the thing. And she doesn't have a vendetta against monsters. That's just something that she let happen in order to unify her people. And that's where, after we get to this brief conflict where you have Diablo owning 3 of the Saints, you have Rimuru and his people fighting the forced detachment who got lied to about that. And that's where I want to talk for a minute. This is where you realize we learned the Kijin evolved again, and they even branched more, because while Benimaru, Shuna, Soe, Haku, they evolved into a different high Kijin. Yeah, Shion became a dark Kijin, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and she also has probably one of the most broken abilities in this show. Yeah. Her ability literally negates the rules of everything.
Yeah.
And
that's why she's best girl.
Oh, she's best girl. She's best, not just because of the tits. Tits play a very, very, very large part in this, but she's also so much fun because now she got multiple abilities from her bond with Rimuru during the Harvest Festival. Now, even though her horrible hot girl, terrible cook meme still exists, now it tastes good. Whatever she makes tastes good. But at the same time, when she evolved again into a dark Kijin, now she's rule breaker, especially with her Hercules blade. She defies logic, and you saw her fight like a mad woman during Walpurgis. Now she could take out a regular demon lord, just like some of those things. So
because she just breaks the rules. She is uncontrollable, and yet she's only controlled by one man.
Yes,
one person controls her.
Yes. Rimuru is the only thing. Benimaru could stop her, I think, too, because he is still also sort of a lord in the chain of command. But he would stop her if she was under his command in his battle situation. She would listen to him. But overall, you're right. Rimuru is the only one that can pull her up short from going too far, because her flexing during that fight is so good. It's like, are we doing this? And also what I love is her 100 who are essentially immortal. They get wounded and I love the tactics of that fight. We're not as good as you people that we're fighting, but we don't die.
Yeah.
We all heal. We have insane regenerative abilities. We just keep coming. They're coming. What are these zombies coming at us? What are we doing? They just keep two double team them, knock him out during fight, and no casualties. That's the beauty of it. No casualties. But it's such a great fight. And then Rimuru taking the hit for Hinata because she's already hurt, and sacrificing Raphael and a couple other of his Archangel abilities. But then Raphael made backups.
Yeah.
I thought myself,
he's still everybody in this show is practically broken, but it's still badass.
They're getting more and more broken, but I love it. I love every second of their broken abilities, because that means who they're going to be fighting also going to have insane broken abilities. Because we get the tease of this, the angels are coming. The annoying bugs, as Valentine called them. There's yet an outside antagonist who essentially keep this world from evolving beyond a certain point for some reason. So I believe that's going to get answered this season too. I bet that's the back half of season 4. That's what I'm guessing.
I doubt it, because
we're going to get more. We're going to get more.
We got a lot more, and they keep finding ways to add more in there. So I still feel like there's at least 2 more alliances that we don't know about.
The angels are a unifying thread. So much so that that's part of the reason, outside of her own liking that she takes to Rimuru, that Valentine decides to move forward with diplomatic relations and make treaties and stuff like that, because she realizes she knows the angels are coming. Others eventually the angels are coming, but only a few people know. So it's a unifying force, and this is a cycle that apparently happens in this world. It gets a certain point, the angels come in and crush it. There's some sort of angels, God level force that are apparently. Now I wonder how they're going to be represented. Are they going to be some sort of hive mind? Are they going to have a single mind, or are they going to have individuals? I'm curious. I know nothing. That's where my mind is going on this.
I'm also curious at how they do the angels, because I can't spoil where it comes from, but there was a recent show or anime or manga that I read that did angels as well, and they did them kind of disturbing, and I kind of like that. I enjoy it when anime will sometimes take angels that we view as more like deifying good beings and make them a little twisted. I kind of like that.
If you watch Supernatural, you're already programmed to know that angels are dicks.
Well, I mean,
angels are dicks.
a good example, I guess, would be in not Black Clover, Black Butler.
Okay,
where Black Butler is a weird one. It does that whole like we're going to diverge from that,
and that's why I didn't watch it. I knew it diverged, so I thought, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time with this because I know it diverges.
But it does a really cool thing of putting the angel as the bad guy, while the demon is not a good guy, but he's not the villain.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's on your side, but he's still not a good guy. So
yeah. So everything the middle of season 3 concludes with basically Rimuru making peace with Hinata, who also now has a thing for him. She has a thing for him too. Valentine coming over, and once again, the 7-day Saints being revealed for what they were. They get aced, and then you now go into and of course now the whatever that noble family's name is. I should remember it, but I forgot. Too many names tonight running through my head. I can't lock them all down. But they are now moving against Rimuru.
They're moving, and you have
and Yuki is
that's where
himself.
part 1 of this season
3
ends.
Season 3, and then and then the back half of season 3 briefly is basically the grand festival, the opening day for Tempest, where everybody should come here and be a part of this. And also same time, also now that Rimuru has to understand he's a ruler, now that he's a demon lord and he has a domain, and all the beast tribes, the demi-humans, they want protection, so they're gonna come pay homage. And we get all these. We get the Tengu, who we learn Hakuro's arc, that he had a thing with the queen of the Tengu, who
and has a daughter.
And he has a daughter. She kept her in her belly for like 100 years before she gave birth to her only 16 years ago. And it sapped her. She's dying. I mean, you get a Hakuro story about that. In between all this, like we talked about, we get the movie where
you also end up getting what was the fairy? The other demon lord who was a fairy who was
Romulus.
Yeah, you get the Romulus arc where now she's trying to move in.
Yeah,
he needs her place, and she finds a way to actually be implemented, and she's helpful because her whole little like spatial control helps build out
refugee housing for Irizania till they're done rebuilding it, because now Malim absorbed Carrion and Frey. They gave up their territory to her to serve her. So Malim's territory tripled in size, and now she has to actually be a ruler, but they still need to rebuild everything that got destroyed in Irizania. So the Irizanians are living in temporary housing created by Rimuru's, built by the orcs, but Romulus creates a little zone for them to hang out in. So, and it's nice and safe in there. No one can bother them.
And I like what they do with Romulus, where they make like this whole get up, like they create an entire dungeon thing for like a skit.
I love the dungeon. I love the dungeon idea. I think it's so cool. And every little part, that's why, yes, the back half of season 3 is really slow. It's just basically people having fun, but it's a reward for all the horrible things that just happened. Let's have a little fun for about 10 episodes. Just a little fun. And
just a little fun. It gets slow, especially when you get the kid that has like this super luck ability that he can never lose.
He's another hero. That was tedious until he finally got face to face with Rimuru, and he said, I hate this. And he's like, I get you, buddy. I get you. I understand. We can be buddies, and I'm gonna put you in a position where you're gonna have a nice, easy time. Now you can just be the poster boy for the dungeon. I like the way it works out that he's not first you're annoyed by him. You think it's be a dick, but he doesn't. He wasn't summoned here. Literally got spirited away, ended up in this world spirited away, and he didn't want it. And because just the voice of the world did what it did when he was basically wishing for something. Oh, I give you super luck. I give you hero trait. Everything works out for you. What I hate are the people around him who think that he's a superhero, and he just gets it's just all luck. It's just
pure luck, and
he's an okay guy.
He's doing. Yes, he's a good dude. And what I really like about the dungeon is you have a place for Valdora to just let loose.
I love that moment. It's like, I'm holding it in. It's like basically I have to fart so bad, and I can't do it in public. And he just finally gets the place to do it, and then he just totally gives it. I get to be the final boss, and he's just down there practicing his final boss speeches.
Yes,
I love it.
And real quick, Will Buddy, if you want to get Crunchyroll, then get Crunchyroll. I use Crunchyroll because when I watch my anime, I like to be comfy in my bed. I like to be in my comfy area. Sometimes you have to use other sources, and there's no shame in using other sources that we cannot promote here because we're also on YouTube. And I'm pretty sure Kick won't like that either. So there's that. Listen, Jack Sparrow always likes to give me some rum now and then.
I use a spyglass because I just wait. I wait and I wait. Anyway, I love the dungeon, the whole concept of it. because I think to me it feels
Mhm.
it's a video game, and they're treating it like a video game, and I love it. I love it. I love how Maleen gets involved. Oh, I'll get you some dragons. I just lassoed some dragons for you. It's fine.
I
It's
I also like how they end up like how they fill the dungeon is essentially, yeah, we just need to spawn some monsters, so we need a bunch of high-powered monsters to sit in here to spawn other monsters.
and
'Cause they just
Veldora
start
makes it
growing.
happen. And then
Yeah.
I like it. And then the unexpected. A giant tree grew from this thing. Oh well, we have to live with it. This giant tree is going up through several floors now. Eh. And then in between that, you get the Empress of the Sorceress Dynasty gets introduced, and she is a player. But during all of this, you get the more political trade plot arc where they try to manipulate and destroy the reputation of Tempest with the
Mhm.
with the merchant plot. But fortunately, Rimuru's friends step in, and he gets the help because they have these super coins that are worth a lot, but nobody can use them. But Elf Queen has her pocket. Elf Empress has her pocket change that she just manages to carry because she's interested.
The fun part about the Elf Empress is they build her up to be like this super politically savvy individual and like just a conniving bitch. And then when you finally meet her, she's more of a twat, I would say, the way she treats her Duke, where it's
Yeah.
like, well, you didn't bring me back any of these sweets. Well, at
Well,
least your daughter did. You
that's
didn't
why
tell
she's
me my
going
daughter
there
showed up
because they
No.
got that chef, that famous chef who moved to Tempest.
She is politically savvy. Like
Oh,
she is
she's
a
smart.
force to be reckoned with.
Dwargo says, "Be careful with her. Be
Yeah,
careful with her."
Dwargo's terrified of her, and I love Dwargo.
Oh,
So
she
you
does a
have this-
power flex.
Mhm.
Her and Reamer have a power flex off there for a second. She wanted to make sure. Okay, you're legitimate.
But she's a fun character.
Oh,
Where I
yeah.
like how she pokes and prods the Duke because the Duke's the Duke.
Well, he's an
He's not a
overprotective
dick, but
father.
he's
He's an overprotective father. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, my poor little girl. Why don't you love me more?" But the whole thing is it's a nice, easygoing thing, but it's setting everything up. Because by the time we get to the end, it's a successful grand festival. They've got all these things happening, but the villains are moving. Rimuru comes to the conclusion in season 3. Yeah, Yuki sold me out, and Yuki did this, and he brought him there on purpose. That's why he brought him there to basically confirm it, and he confirmed it. He knows the Eastern merchant's moving. He hears about the angels for the first time. He knows that he can't trust certain individuals out there. He sees the wisdom, but he's got everybody in place right now. Everybody's safe, protected. He is stronger than ever, and I think he's still got room to grow. That's the thing. I think there's still room to grow.
He has room to grow, and I have a picture up in front of me. I don't know what it's of. I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to go any further. There's some changes coming to Yuki that I'm very curious about. That's what I'm going to say. And there's some fights coming up that I am curious about.
Yeah. So they're currently on episode 16 of season 4. And that's out of 24 episodes. So we got another 8 weeks. Another 8 weeks. So 2 months. So I have to wait with this, and ReZero went on hiatus until for another 19 days for its final.
I'm also waiting for ReZero to be done because I want to watch that.
It pulled up short at episode 12. There's still another 7 episodes, and it pulled up short for a month. So
I'm looking forward to ReZero. I'm looking forward to.
No.
I need to go back and finish up the Party of the Dead. What was that I told you about? The one with the.
I think you were telling me about that one. Yeah.
It was the one where it's an isekai reincarnation based, not lich. Fuck.
Oh, you want to
Necromancer.
Yeah, the Dead Dance, whatever. Yeah. You started with that's a good one. If you haven't with that, I do recommend that one.
I'm about halfway done with the first season, and I don't.
Well, it's one season. They just split it into 2. It's part 1, part 2. It was.
So I
I
don't
think
have
they
part
kept.
2 yet, I think.
You know, part 2. Yeah. See, they fortunately they were pretty quick about the turnaround when it was airing, so I didn't have to wait long. But that's a good one. You're gonna like it, and the twists are really good in that one. I enjoyed that one. I look forward to that.
I've been enjoying that one
I
a
look
lot.
forward to season 2 of that. But that's we kind of rushed it here at the end because this is what happens. We took on 2 seasons at once because Jeremy said, "Fuck it, let's do them both." So
because season 3 is so short, season 2 has all the meat.
And season 3 is all set. It's 80% set up. And that's why it's a fun season, but it's not a powerful season because what's going down right here, and I'm going to share it right now because this is from last season, we're not current season, but right here, as you can see, if you look at the poster right here, it shows you there's Yuki and there's the granddaughter who is also apparently very, very powerful fighting Reincarnated. So all the shit's going down. A lot of shit's going down. And just and so now I want to recap real quick from now that we're way past spring season, more through summer season. My quick recommendations. So because Jeremy, you're behind, so you're not caught up.
Oh, I'm way behind.
Yeah.
I need to get caught up on everything.
Angel of the Door season 2, massive disappointment. I really enjoyed season 1. Massive disappointment. They essentially just played around with them being so awkward in their relationship. It got boring real fast. Wisteria season 2.
I haven't seen season 1. I've been told to.
You should. It's so good. So good. And they're setting up season 3. And this is the only things I've watched. Again, I haven't watched this yet because it's only a one shot, and I know they're making a season 2. And this one was kind of
check that one out.
It was an anyway. I've seen season 1. It was like this was actually a surprisingly good show, which had Atelier. Surprisingly good. It was a sleeper.
I know a lot of people love the Daemons of the Shadow Realm. I
haven't watched it yet. It's still going.
I need to get caught back up on it because I got way too far into it, and then I wanted to wait a little bit. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a bad show. Like, I like the concepts they're playing with. It's just I haven't had the gripping moment, like the thing that really pulls you in. I haven't had that, so I'm not going to be over here like praising it. I like the concepts. I like what they're doing. It's just I feel
it's
like
on my wait list because it's on the same schedule as Slime season 4. So I got 2 more months of this.
I will say this: one of the cool concepts is people they're called daemons, but they're demons more or less.
Yeah,
people demon. You can have your control of it. Everybody gets 2. If you have 1, you have 2. So they find a way, like that's the clever thing. Like they're finding a way to make this work. And there was like some really clever things that they're doing there. When you're like, okay, what type of minor spoiler, I'm not going to tell you what it's like. When they're trying to like, here you go, you're about to be going up against some daemons. It's a long-legged one and a long-armed one, and they're fucking insane. And it's like, I would have never thought that up. That's actually clever. Like
the stylistic is something you're interested in.
Yeah, the stylistic. So they're like, there's some really cool shit here. It's just I need that grip. Kind of like how Trash Anime, which I can never say the name of,
Gachaikuta.
What you just said. The first episode gripped me. Even with them later revealing the concepts. That first episode just grabbed me. I haven't had that here. And
that's fair.
That's what I'm kind of sad.
That's fair. I recommend this one if you want a nice, soft, young romance one. Made friends with second prettiest girl in my class. Very nice one. I was a very nice, easy one. Finished Dr. Stone. It got weird, but I was okay with it until the final moment. Spoilers. I was okay with it until they decided to try and do time travel at the end. That kind of ruined it for me.
It's weird.
It's doing the time travel kind of ruined it for me. It's like that's not where I want. You could have just stopped. A couple minutes before that. Yeah.
It's really weird.
So
I like it, but it gets really weird. It's one of those endings where it's like, this gets weird. Everything up to this point was pretty fucking solid. This gets weird.
Yeah. So I was a little disappointed. I never need to watch it all again now. That's a problem. This is why I wait to buy a series until it's complete. If your final episode doesn't tie everything up and make me feel like I didn't waste my time, yeah, I appreciate the time. I appreciate the entertainment I got out of it, but I never want to watch it again.
It's one of the reasons why I regret buying the first 2 seasons of Tokyo Ghoul. I wish I would have waited to the end.
That is why it is my standard operating procedure to wait until something is done. I did that myself too. I've bought things that before they were finished and regretted. This is I never want to watch this again. So you wait until it's done.
Tokyo Ghoul season 1 is such a solid season, and then 2 falls off a cliff, and then 3 is where the fuck did we go?
Okay, beginning after the end season 2.
I have not watched. I haven't finished season 1. I'm like,
oh man, it was fun, and they're already working on season 3. I'm very excited. It was good. I was enjoying it. I need to get back into it. This one, Warrior Princess Barbaric King, turned out to be pretty good. I enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun with that one. Let's see what else we got here. This was Strongest Job, apparently not a hero or sage, but a praiser personal. Half slop, half good. I enjoyed myself for the most part.
A little bit of slop now and then.
It's a little slop, but it's not terrible. This one's still going, so I haven't. This one's still got. It's on the same path as the other two, so I haven't watched that one yet. This one was etchy comedy without all the etchy, so it got the B+ level. But
I forgot My Hero's finally done. So
I was okay with it, but I was a little unsatisfied. I gotta admit, I wasn't completely satisfied.
It's a little wonky.
They should have gone that little epilogue should have gone a little longer. Don't just stop where you stopped. Give me a little more.
I do like how
they turned him into they turned Deku into Iron Man.
I kind of like him being Iron Man though, because I like him still being a hero. I like him still being that, but it's one of those moments where it's like, could you have kept the powers? Could you have done that.
I like him with his powers. It's cool that he's Iron Man and he can still do what he does, but just anyway. Marriage Toxin. This one's insane but good. It was a surprise one for me. I thought it was gonna be slop. Okay. I enjoyed the hell out of it. There's a season 2 coming. This is a season 2 Heretical Last Boss Queen. I enjoyed the hell out of this one. It ends on a cliffhanger, so I'm ready for season 3. That was one of the ones I was really waiting for. This was etchy slop, not really that entertaining. Let's see. This one was actually Always a Catch, pretty pleasant.
I'm gonna say probably the most controversial thing here.
What?
Fuck JoJo. I'm never gonna watch that.
Fuck JoJo. Fuck JoJo. Fuck JoJo.
It's too ridiculous. It's not worth watching.
And it's ugly. It's ugly.
Yes, that's my biggest criticism. It's so fucking ugly. I don't want to watch that shit.
Ugly. I enjoyed Always a Catch. That was a fun. Oops. Dang it. I enjoyed Always a Catch. This one was also good. This is a self-contained single season. I was very long fancy. I'm into the whole villainous ones. I've been on a kick of those, so I really enjoy those. That's just a me thing. That was a fun one. It's just a nice little
Petals
one.
of Reincarnation looks good.
Which one?
Petals of Reincarnation.
Ooh, that I hear is really fucked up. I didn't watch this one. I heard it was kind of
wow. It's really fucked up. I look at it. It's like, man, maybe that says
I believe the little girl is a reincarnation of Hitler.
I want to watch it now for some fucking reason.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that she's a reincarnation
I have this
of Hitler.
weird way of always picking out the really fucked up shit. And for some reason, I end up liking it sometimes. Like, I can find some weird shit out there.
I actually didn't do Rent a Girlfriend season 5 because I'm tired of it.
Okay.
Because our protagonist, he wasn't going anywhere, and the stress and the tension was too much for me. I wasn't enjoying myself. And of course, the rumors of how she cucks him later on. I don't know if maybe when it's all said and done, I'll go back to it when it's all done. But I didn't do season 5 this time around. This one is still going. I'm gonna check this one out when it's done. There's one more in here. I know I recommended this to you. Where is it? Or is it? Here it is. Snowball Earth. This is one of the first ones I watched in the season. It's a mecha kaiju show.
Okay,
and it's got a lot of heart.
Interested.
It's got a
I'm
lot of
interested.
heart. I mean, basically, this kid is a massive introvert, and he ends up being this consultant. He ends up being the hero of the world, only one to pilot the mecha that's saving the world against this invasion of kaiju. But he never actually builds social skills. And then events happen, and he has to come back. And I think you'll find the kaiju concept really interesting. And you think that you're not going to enjoy this particular mecha when it ends up, but their relationship is so, because the mecha is a self-aware AI, so it's his friend.
Okay.
So I really, and there's a season 2 already happening, so it's gonna go. So
there's a
there's
a mecha anime. This is an old mecha anime that I'll try to watch one day. I've only been able to find the sub of it. I want to watch it in dub.
What is it?
But it's a weird one. I can't remember the name, but essentially it's a game that these kids have to play. Like, they're all kids, and they have to battle other mechas. And if your mecha loses, your world gets destroyed.
That's not for
your universe and stuff. So I fucking want to watch it.
Yeah. So I recommend Small Mall Earth. I think because it's right up your alley, mecha and kaiju with really good character work on all these characters, and the choreography is outstanding, and it's gory as fuck. Gory as fuck. Massive.
Okay, then I'm gonna love this.
There's blood and guts everywhere, dude. Blood and guts everywhere.
I'm gonna love this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I blew through this in a night. One of those late nights where I was just up all night. I just blew right through it. I was so surprised. I thought, okay, mecha, kaiju, because it doesn't say kaiju here, but it's mecha and kaiju. I thought, all right, I'll give it a shot, and I was just like, and I was just blown away how much fun I was having watching it. So I think you'll realize it. And that's kind of it for the season for me.
Okay.
That was
really. I want to check out that great sage thing that was down there. It was a good artwork. Scroll down a little bit more. It was right there. That one more. Right underneath that.
Yeah, 5-minute episodes. 5-minute episodes, though. That's I see that and I go, no. I don't care if it's got all the things I like: action, fantasy, time travel. I see 5 minutes, dude.
I ain't touching it.
That's me that's me taking a piss and getting a drink. That's 5
Battle
minutes.
of the Planets. Let me see if that's what it's called.
Okay. All right. Well, you look that up. I will set up our next.
It is not Battle of the Planets. It was something completely different. I have it on my Crunchyroll watch list. I could pull it up later. It's been a day.
It's okay. It's okay. But now, I hope we're going to have fun with this next segment. Now we're into today. San Diego Comic-Con has begun. I'm sure that'll provide news for discussions for tomorrow night on tryhards and videos and roundtable data, stuff like that. And right at the end of yesterday, I learned that they were going to announce a new Gundam show today.
Oh.
So we have it. We have the announcement. We have a trailer, and we have the website. Are you ready? We've got...
You know how you're doing this? I don't know if I should be ready.
We've got Mobile Suit Gundam XARX-ZERO. It's a new timeline. Something separate. Sunrise, people involved with it, blah, 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 blah. And by Ban Nam. So there we go. Here's our promotional picture.
Usual.
Here's a promotional picture. Mobile Suit Gundam, rewrite the future.
Not a fan of the look right now, but
we're gonna get some more of it, I think. Though. All right, so let's go. You want to see the trailer or go to the website first?
Let's see the trailer before we hit the website.
All right. So let me reshare this because this is shared without audio. So let's go to the trailer.
Ginger Norseman, I don't know yet. This is my Adam told me.
No,
about
this is
yesterday, so
this has nothing to do with the current video game coming out. Nothing to do with that. This is something different completely. Something different. Okay, so here we go. I have not watched this trailer. Looks like it's a teaser, minute 27. I don't know if there are subtitles, so we might just be going off of imagery here. But considering they showed it, considering it was a San Diego Comic-Con, I'm going to assume they're going to be subtitles. So
I highly doubt it.
All right, let's go.
Is there audio?
It hasn't started yet. I shared audio.
There we go. 2027. Okay.
Right there, that looked like some sort of explosion.
Meteorite. A meteor hit the
meteorite.
Earth.
Something hit. Okay, yeah.
Actually, this might be playing into the new
This
anime.
looks post-apocalyptic. Seriously,
This might be playing into the new game.
Maybe. Well, didn't the new game would seem something? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I haven't seen this yet. I have no idea.
And real quick, yes, Alpha Omega, that was the one. Bokaru Hours.
Okay, that's it. Okay. All right, so that's our protagonist.
Okay.
This is our protagonist.
I'm liking it so far.
New kind of animation, not it's a new animation, not our usual.
What I'm gonna say right now.
Yep.
What I like about it so far is you can tell that it's gonna be a little
dirty.
A little rough, a little dirty, a little.
It's not gonna be let's go to Gundam Academy.
It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be what's another way to put this? It's going. I'm not saying it's going back to form, but it's going to be rougher. It's going to be more grittier, and it's not
adult cast.
An adult cast. It's not going to be Gundam Academy or whatever that other weird show was.
The thing that they did, which we didn't either of us watch.
That was apparently a part of
something else.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Haru, a tiny Haru too. It's a black tiny Haru. No power though. Connection blocked. Pretty girl. Mm-hmm. Hello. Coming in for the hug. Oh, there's a mobile suit. Forced to abandon Earth, humanity. Okay. So usually Earth is under contention, but now we've abandoned Earth from that whatever that meteorite that hit was. Oh, I think they're going to kick it up right here with the last 40 seconds. Oh, there we go. Oh.
I'm still not in love with the Gundam's design.
But at least it looks like something. Unlike Witch of Mercury, where they didn't look like anything. All right, let's watch it. Let's go back here. So now Rise to Strike Back.
I like the return of like the Zaku looking.
There's Zaku. Yeah, there's a Zaku. Yeah. You gotta have Zakus. That was one of the things that Destiny decided. Hey, you know what? Let's bring back Zakus. Let's bring back Zakus. Just flashing through the cast here, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, look, guy in red.
Listen, other than one person, there's one person I don't like the design for. Person just before this, I'm loving these designs. I'm
okay with it. It's the animation style that's pleasing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with this. Kenji Miyamura. I guess it's Kenji Kamiyama. Sorry, Kamiyama. Kenji Kamiyama.
Oh,
that's our protagonist. Oh no, director.
That's our director.
I thought they were naming. Okay, director. Never mind. I thought they were naming our protagonist. There's our Gundam.
Okay.
All right, there's a good look at it. Classic style.
It's a classic style. The thing is, what I don't like about it is the kind of like slender, more futuristic look.
Having the slim torso.
It's not the slim torso. You can really see it in the face, but yeah, like the slimness of it all. I don't hate it. Like 00 has a slimmer look to it, so I don't hate it. I like 00 a lot, but I like the kind of, I don't want to say chunkier, but I kind of more, I don't know how to properly describe it. Like Freedom, for example, doesn't have that like slimmer feature. It feels more robotic in a sense. This feels more
humanistic.
Natural.
Humanistic. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. And they did that a lot in Witch of Mercury, and I really
the Ariel was very feminine. The Ariel was a very feminine Gundam.
Right now, I don't hate this one. It's not how I view it.
Yeah, and we need to see it in action. And remember, this is Gundam. That's version 1.
Yeah, that's true.
That's version 1. Cool. All right, looks like they're going with a little bit of that CGI animation on the Gundam there, which I'm not a fan of, but
I don't love it. But it
is what it is now. We can't get away from it,
and it can allow for some better choreography.
Yeah,
some more better stuff. So there is like a benefit to it.
And at a higher definition, it'll probably look better than an X trailer now.
I mean, I don't hate how it looks right now.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
That's
the same one.
That's looks like it. Ooh. It's gone through some shit. And it's got two different eyes here.
And you have 2 different arms. Like there's some shit that's gone on. See, I like this. Okay, I'm already kind of getting sold on this.
Now you're intrigued.
Like everything I've been seeing here, I've been liking. It's not that Witch of Mercury feel. It's not whatever that middle of the road fucking thing did where they did. Like, I know the story is essentially Char won the war and Zeon and all this stuff, and they do that weird design and shit like that, which I've never watched that anime. I only know about it.
Yeah.
I refuse to watch it because of the design. I'm
intrigued.
I want to know.
I'm intrigued. And if they're gonna do this, all right, let's finish it up. Then I'll tell you. XARX, or is it just XARX-ZERO? Is it XARX-ZERO or XARX-ZERO? I wonder.
It's probably going to be XARX-ZERO.
Yeah, because if when they blacked out the X, I wonder if they want it to be silent or some shit like that. I don't know.
That's true. Kami Alpha Omega says Kamiyama is the director of and chief writer for both Gets Sack, which I don't know what that is.
Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
Oh, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. East of Eden. I feel like I've seen East of Eden. I don't know. And Blade Runner Black Lotus. I haven't seen that one. I know that, but I feel like
if he did OG Ghost in the standalone complex, then that's some good stuff. OG Ghost in standalone complex is good stuff. The new one they're doing, I'm not interested in that at all.
I'm liking this.
Okay, so becoming a mobile suit pilot. Wasn't it your childhood dream? So Ray is our protagonist.
Wait, it also told us the name of the unit. Go back towards the end.
Okay. So
after this.
Oh, with all that stuff there.
Okay, pause it.
Yeah. I think it's called the XARX-ZERO. The XARX-ZERO. I think that's the name of the Gundam. The RG XARX-ZERO. Whatever.
Okay.
I didn't see anything yet.
That might be it.
Yeah. So let's just go back to this when we finish talking about this. I'm definitely intrigued. And what I hope for is they go a full 50 episode season. Like do 50 episodes. I mean, this thing will run for 2 full 24 episode seasons. I want that. That's what I want, because if you're telling I'm hoping they do this. I don't know. I have no confidence. We first heard of this today, because I want. You can't tell a Gundam story in just 24 episodes.
Oh no, you can't.
You can't.
Like even when it comes to Iron-Blooded Orphan, there's about 50 episodes there. Because like they break it down. I need to double check how long season 1 is. They break it down, I think, into both seasons are 24 episodes. They're chunky beasts, and I fucking love them.
Yeah,
and I'm liking this so far. It doesn't feel like it's going as dark as,
but it feels gritty. This is a gritty looking Gundam right here.
Yeah, this feels like they've gone through some shit. You can tell that there's a really interesting story already being developed.
This is not, and listen, I love me my Strike Freedom. This is not an overpowered Gundam. This thing is slapped together. I don't think we're going to be dealing with, at least at this point in the story, overpowered Gundams. This is going to be some baseline Gundam fights where it's going to be nasty. It's going to be drawn out. It's going to come down to pilot skill and stuff like that. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
What I will say is, if they do essentially, they do 12 episode seasons, give it at least 4 seasons then.
That's close enough to 50. I mean, that's close enough. It's 48 episodes. That's fine. But I don't want just a one-shot 24 in and out, because Witch of Mercury proved, first of all, it was a bad Gundam story. But they didn't tell anything in those 24 episodes. They started to build some shit, and then they decided to go super gay. Literally, super gay. And telling I'm angry at mommy story out of nowhere.
It got really weird.
Yeah. So next year,
we'll
get next year. Listen, we've got a Gundam video game next year, and we've got this. It's going to be a good year for Gundam, I think, next year. And down the pipeline, we've got the prequel series for Freedom.
That's right.
Which
and
I
they
think
have been. I don't know where it is right now. They were talking about doing some more G Gundam stuff.
Really?
Yeah, they were talking about that a little while ago. And they were focusing around Master Asia. There is a prequel manga to G Gundam all about Master Asia.
Well, I'm sure that would
And how
play
he
to
became,
the
and
G
how he
Gundam fans like
became,
you. I think that would play to
and
you.
how he became the Master of the East. It's really
See,
it's really cool.
What I'm hoping for is give us that Freedom prequel series and then do what you clearly wanted to do. Give me a full season of Freedom and fill in all those missing pieces.
What I hope, this is what I'm going to say. This is what I am hoping. This is me headcanoning right now.
Okay.
Bandai Namco and the Gundam people and all of them, Toei and all that. Sunrise.
Yeah.
They realize people hated Witch of Mercury. Yes, they get a lot of sales. They get a lot of sales when it comes to some of their Gunpla, but ladies only buy them. But what they ended up seeing in return was when they put out the Freedom the Freedom movie, people ate that shit up.
Yeah.
People like that. And what I hope is the little in-between thing that they did, interesting concept, never gonna fucking touch it in a million years. That didn't work. So I hope is they're trying to go back to what was working really well. Some of the grittier storytelling, play around with that, give people Gundam again.
And if you're going to play in a new timeline, you can do whatever you want then.
Yeah.
You have, it's a fresh playground, fresh sand.
Stay away from UC for a little while because there is the new Hathaway movie that I still need to see. But if that did well, if this stuff is doing well, if you're seeing that the grittier stories are doing better than what you had, let's go with that.
Let's see what the exact story is for this now, because I do have that. I do know where this is, so we can at least find out what this is about here. So let's see. Let me zoom in for everybody a little bit here. So what we got here is story. The 3 revelations delivered by the autonomous interstellar object from another galaxy ushered in an age of unprecedented prosperity, allowing humanity to expand across the entire solar system. That's a new thing. That's a new thing. Gundam usually never goes beyond Earth's orbit with colonies.
They'll do like colonies, and they've done Iron-Blooded Orphan takes place on Mars for the most part. So they've done this before, and there was another series.
But that's not the whole solar system. That's just as far as Mars.
Well, they've done one where they had to battle aliens before. I think that was Crossbones. I could be getting that one wrong. So they've done that before. So they've done unique stuff like this before, but it's very seldom.
And what Alpha Mason is, Gunpla is always going to sell. Gunpla is always going to be Gunpla. But Gunpla sells even better when people are watching, I would assume, watching and talking about the shows, and it's going to move merch better. And plus with Gunpla too, people will buy Gunpla and they'll mix and match. So I wouldn't be surprised if they bought that stuff and slapped what was good onto other Gundams. Anyway, gravity control, FTL communication, cognitive materialization, yet less than 10 years after its discovery, the object that had delivered these 3 revelations, I assume that the object is what we see crash at the beginning of the trailer, suddenly ran rampant, spawning an aggressive self-proliferating ecosystem. That's the shit we saw everywhere. Humanity came to see this unknown ecosystem as the apocalypse. For 3 months, humanity fought the apocalypse to a standstill in orbit above Earth. Forced to abandon the planet, humanity marked that year as AA1, the first year after apocalypse. By AA45, children born on the moon and in space colonies have never known life without the apocalypse. And on the lunar surface, a boy named Rei Azumi awakens. So there it is. So apparently this guy's going to get his Gundam.
Wait, is it a series or is it a movie?
No, I think this is when they say it's the
okay. Yeah.
Joe, we just watched. So I guess this thing is about trying to retake Earth from whatever this object is.
Whatever. I wonder.
Alien object.
I wonder, is it making its own Gundams? Is that why we have like the Zaku?
Or maybe it's making
going on,
kaiju.
or-
Like, I mean, I don't think it's going
I
to be
don't think it's
connected
going
to
to
the
be making
game.
kaiju.
Yeah,
I don't
That's
think
a
it's
tiny
connected to the
Haru.
game. I don't think it's connected.
Yeah, I don't think it's connected to the game at all either. Yeah.
I'm curious what it's doing.
A post-apocalyptic Earth. And listen, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
I'm getting like hyped.
Yeah. So
I'm ready for this. I like the designs. I like how it feels old school. Oh shit! I just saw what was on the back of that dude. They actually have thrusters, so it's not just bullshit weird jet systems. They have to have thrusters. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. When you see the Gundam right there, you see he's actually having thrusters, and it's not like weird.
Yeah, it's on his
strings or
arms
anything
too.
like that.
It's on his shoulders. Right there. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
I'm
all
ready.
right. So
I'm
we're ready for this. We're going to be playing a good game. What looks like it's going to be a good game, and then we got a Gundam anime. So I think we are going to enjoy some good Gundam in 2027. I'm excited.
I'm ready for some good Gundam.
I'm
Bring me back good Gundam, please.
Yes.
Freedom was so fucking good.
I know.
Keep
I want more.
Keep good Gundam. Keep it good Gundam. Give me Gundam that I want to put up there. I almost dropped $300 on a fucking like the Elite Freedom thing at the end of Strike Freedom. I almost dropped $300 fucking dollars on one. I was this close because it looks so good. I want stuff like this where I'm like, I want this.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's got I didn't play Daemon X Manga, but I did play Fires of Rubicon. I don't know. Well, Fires of Rubicon, that's a different type of story. Either way, Apocalyptic Earth, Gundam. I'm ready for this. We're gonna have a good time next year. Okay.
I don't even think they've done an Apocalyptic Earth.
No, this is new.
Like I guess the closest would be G Gundam, but that's something.
But they're still there on Earth. This is an Earth completely abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. There's probably still some people down there, is what I'm going to guess. We'll see what happens. It's probably a plot. Somebody stayed down there. And
there's probably a couple people still down there fighting with it, but most of them left.
And I'm very interested. So I'm enjoying this. Something to look forward to now. Gundam 2027. We're going to be there. But now, One Piece.
One Piece!
Chapters, I believe, 1183 to 1188. That's what I read today.
There was a lot. I know there's a lot.
What's fascinating is that
because we have Brooke's entire.
We got the rest of
backstory.
Okay, a second backstory for Brooke. We got Brooke's pirate backstory, which is usually what we get. Now we got his childhood, which is you didn't think was going to happen.
You got that entire most of that backstory, mainly because they had to set up Gunko. We had to know what is the connection here with Gunko and stuff. When we see that, we still don't fucking know what the hell is going on there. Which I want to know more. Yeah. And then you have you have that, which Brooke is now even a better character.
Well, he's got.
I think.
We know that we know how he got the scar now. We know what his motivations were originally, why he became a pirate. Back before, we just, he's a pirate, sing with the screw. No, now we know why he was a pirate, because his entire world got destroyed in a night.
His entire world got destroyed at once. The person he idolized was the king. We still don't know how he got his devil fruit, by the way. We have no idea.
I'm going to assume somewhere along his pirate adventure, because
there is
remember he says he didn't even know what a devil fruit was.
Well, there's a theory that he may or may not have ate it back when he was a kid. That's how he survived getting stabbed in the head, because they show him just eating whatever he can.
I can see that, but then he would have already, didn't they describe?
Well, no, his fruit, though, he doesn't know how it. You don't know how your fruit works as his fruit until you basically die.
But he did die, and his spirit couldn't find his body till it was bones. So we don't. He wouldn't. I can understand that theory, but they're saying that it missed all the vital parts, which I don't know how that's possible.
Well, that's why it goes into he might have ate it while he was in the junk field and stuff like that, and the reason his spirit took so long to find his body was because they were in the Florian Triangle and all.
Well, that too.
So there was a reason. There's a narrative reason for that, but there's a theory that he might have ate it back when he was a kid. We don't know. That's just a theory. It could legitimately be what you said, that they picked it up while they were out on sea.
Yeah, and that was just the luckiest of lucky shots to his head.
Yeah, we haven't even seen like him meet the pirate crew yet, so we don't know how that worked out.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we're going to get any more on that, though, is the thing. I think Brooks'
That is true.
flashbacks are over. I
What
think because we're back, because we're about to get a Zoro fight and a Sanji fight.
I'm looking forward to that Sanji fight.
Because Sanji's about to go.
He's about to start unlocking Conqueror's Haki.
Because because he's stressing about it. Because he's thinking, how am I supposed to protect the man who's going to be Pirate King if I can't do Conqueror's Haki? How am I supposed to do?
And you had that whole. We finally got to see what Scupper Gabon told him. Basically, says that yes, you can get it. But you have to have that spark.
Haki. You've got to have a talent for it. So he's got it. But it's also, but the way they laid out is that he's got a problem. It's in his own mind about seeing himself as a king.
I think what it is essentially part of his problem is going to be that he's still struggling with the notion of becoming what his siblings are and what his family is.
I was going to say there has to be some Vin Smoke hangups. But what I'm saying is, think about everybody else as a Conqueror's Haki. They know they're the best at what they do. Or Luffy wants to be a king. Zoro knows he's about to be the
Zoro
greatest
wants
swordsman.
to become king of hell.
Well, that too, but before that, the greatest swordsman in the world. That's essentially a king. Even before King of Hell, that's the greatest swordsman in the world. You are essentially the ruler of swordsmen if you're the greatest swordsman in the world. Blackbeard wants to be great. Roger was great. Rayleigh called the Dark King. He understood that. Shanks. Well, we don't know Shanks' motivations yet. We're still getting Shanks.
Yeah, we're still learning about Shanks.
But they pretty much make it clear. In order to unlock Conqueror's Haki, you have to see yourself as a ruler, as a king. And that's Sanji's problem. He doesn't see himself as anything but being a chef and a member of the Straw Hats. And if you're going to be the right hand, the left hand of the Pirate King, you have to see yourself as a ruler.
But Scupper Gabon has Conqueror's Haki. He doesn't see himself as a ruler. So there's obviously something
he must have seen to be a top of
there has to be something that you are trying to achieve in order to become a conqueror. And we have none of that here. And well, buddy, don't worry. We're not talking about what's going on in the anime right now. We're talking about what's going on in the manga.
This is manga. This is well ahead. Manga anime just went on hiatus. It just went on hiatus again.
Yeah. Anime is still just at the beginning of Elbath. We're towards the end of it.
Yeah, we're at the peak of the conflict in Elbath right now. So if you don't want spoilers, we're spoiling the hell out of this shit right now.
Have they gotten to the end yet, or is it still going from the beginning? We're towards the end.
We're in the final arc, according to Oda Sensei.
According to Oda, we're in the final arc. Yes,
Sensei.
But
yeah, go ahead.
We don't know what the driving force is that causes Conqueror's Haki yet. I think it is that you need to be trying to fight to achieve something. You need to already know how to use you need to know somewhat of Haki. No, that wouldn't work because
Conqueror's Haki
use it before knowing Haki. So you need to be trying to grasp something great.
Yeah, on
Amazon Lily.
Amazon. So I was saying Lily is coming for you. On Amazon Lily, Yuffie unconsciously used on Conqueror's Haki. So,
and he did it again during, I believe, the Paramount War.
Yeah,
I believe, but he doesn't know quite how to use it back then. So
it's not until after the time skip, Rayleigh taught him how to control it during the time skip.
Yeah, so it's in order to get, I guess, Conqueror's Haki, what you need is to be aiming for something greater than yourself. I see something like that.
I go for the line from when what was told to Sanji. You have to see yourself as something about seeing yourself as a king. You have to realize you're a king because it determines Conqueror's Haki, and a conqueror is generally a king. So there's some connection to having a goal, but it has to be a goal of such massive, lofty heights that it puts you above all others. That's how I see the requirement. If you have the talent for it, you have to have the talent for it. So I think
I want to know. I want to know what Sanji does. But what I really have been, let's get into the big. I'm loving what's going on with Emu right now. I got scared.
He's got PTSD over Joy Boy. We talked about it last time.
he has some serious hangups and issues with Joy Boy, but I was kind of scared once Luffy got reintroduced into the story because he was spending all that time,
Well, he's recharging. Gotta eat meat.
recharging. He's at full power, comes back in. I was like, okay, we're gonna see him beat up Emu now, or just like run out the clock
Well,
on Emu, and it's not gonna be that terrifying. Oh shit.
yeah.
Oh
So
shit.
we learned the stuff with Emu. We got a couple things there where Emu basically said everything's a cycle. That they did this before. This is how they made the
Mhm.
giants bend the knee by stealing their children 800 years ago. And Joy Boy must have interfered then as well. And that's why he's having this flashbacks of it. Because at one point you do see a frame of Joy Boy smiling at him.
Mhm. But that was in the last chapter, and a big part of this is also you have, like, in that last chapter prior to that last chapter, when Luffy comes out, with Gear 5th on, Emu calls him Joy Boy. He
Yeah.
thinks that he's Joy Boy because he's
But
using the same powers as Joy Boy, and then when he's fighting Luffy, he's like, "You're not Joy Boy.
you don't have
You're
his power.
nothing. You're nothing compared to him. He's not this weak,"
Well,
which
this is what I harken back to. Luffy hasn't unlocked the full power of Gear 5th yet.
I don't think we're anywhere near the full unlocking of the Nika fruit. I
Because
think there's a lot more to come.
Luffy has been using the Gum fruit, the Nika fruit, whatever you want to call it. Because Emu goes Gum. When Luffy goes Gum, is Gum. Whatever the properties are, Luffy, he's only at gear 5 for a very
Mhm.
short time right now, and he's basically using it instinctually, that's how Luffy fights. A lot of instinct on it. Because we just saw a new creation, that Gum Majin Genie.
The genie mode that people were criticizing because it's like it's the stupidest thing ever, and it's like Luffy's done some pretty stupid things before. If it worked, you guys would have been thinking that it worked. It was the
Yeah,
greatest idea ever. So don't be
yeah,
doing that. It's
yeah.
what I love about it is it's obvious Luffy has more to grow, and he really hasn't had a chance to even learn Gear 5th. If you
Yeah, it's
sit down
been
and think
one
about it.
thing after another
He got it
with
at
it.
the end of Wano. They went to Egghead. He just was kicking ass at Egghead. Yeah, but he wasn't really.
Well, that's
You were
because
right. It's instinctual. It was just.
when he fought Rob Lucci for the second time, he just outclassed him immediately. The Lucci had awakened his own devil fruit, but not to the level that Luffy had. So, to the point that Zoro steps in and says, "You're not worthy to fight my captain. You fight me. You fight
Mhm,
me." And then when he was fighting the elders, he treated it like a game.
mhm.
He didn't take it seriously till the robot unleashed Joy Boy's stored hockey. That's when Luffy got serious. And he got serious when he was helping Bonnie achieve her dream in that moment. So Luffy hasn't taken these fights seriously. Even in Wano, he wasn't taking it seriously then. He was still
There,
the idea of Gear 5 is making it everything a joke. And that's
I
why I
don't.
said I think when Luffy's gonna flip a switch and Gear 5 is gonna go from being comical to darkly serious.
I don't know if it was you that said this or if it was a video that I saw that said it, but there is a kind of theory going around that Luffy never truly beat Kaido, and he just got lucky. Gear 5th really got him lucky there at the end.
I
So
think
because of that, because he's just been relying, it goes back to like this OG One Piece all the way at the beginning. You got to know what it is that you're doing. You can't just go in there with what your
that's
devil fruits are. You can't just go in there with a bunch of weapons.
yeah,
You got to know what it is that you're doing out there. And it feels like maybe for a little while now, Luffy's just been kind
going
of
with it.
lucky. Yeah,
He's been
just going with
instinctually
it, and he's
using it.
not.
He's
Mhm,
been instinctually using Gear 5, and he's been doing what he always does. When he gets something new, he applies his old techniques to it, and it's just an upgraded version of his old stuff.
mhm.
But look what happened when he came back from the time skip. Everything was suddenly hockey based, and he had a whole new repertoire of stuff based upon what he practiced with and trained with Rayleigh. With Gear 5, it's just he's done a couple of new things, but it's just been upgraded version of what he's done. He hasn't I think you're on to something here when you're saying he hasn't mastered, because he hasn't had time to do anything with it besides getting thrust into one crazy moment after another. And he hasn't had time to contemplate. When does Luffy actually contemplate? But
even go back to like post time skip, okay? He was still holding stuff in his back pocket that he was not yet releasing. We didn't see Gear 4 Balloon Man until we got to Dressrosa.
We didn't see Snake Man until Whole Cake.
Yeah. And now he has this brand new form that he has really not had.
He hasn't trained it. It's just Gear 5 is so overpowered. Is that he's been overpowering people.
I think somebody's broke down the timeline since they left Wano, Egghead to here, and it's only been maybe like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
it has not been a long time for him to even deal with.
If you go back to pre-time skip, they were only in the Grand Line for a few months. Yeah, that's the thing. That is one of the hardest things that I always have to cope with, and I'll say that when it comes to One Piece. This thing's been going on for over 20 years now, but the Straw Hat crew literally has barely really been together at times. They took 2 years off after only being together maybe for almost a year.
And they've achieved shortest amount of time.
And then they've achieved all these things that it took all of Luffy's seniors and bigger pirates decades to achieve. They literally ran the table doing all this stuff. And maybe because are they really the worst generation that they're also just so naturally gifted and overpowered that they're doing this by leaps and bounds? Perhaps. But the actual time of the story, when we're not in a time skip, it's not very long at times. So Luffy right now with Gear 5, it hasn't been very long. And
one of the big theories has been like they talked about like there might be time dilation going on when you're on Elbath. We don't fucking know, okay? So that's just a theory. But one of the big things is Luffy obviously needs to level up. He needs to learn what it is that he's doing. And it has pretty much been established that Luffy can only hold Gear 5 for like 4 or 5 minutes. He can't.
It's not long
stretch of time.
Yeah, and just like originally, second gear, he could only do it for a few minutes. Now he could go second gear for days, probably if he needed to.
Third and gear, when he did
there was
gear
the sacrifice.
3, he would drink. Yeah,
he would sacrifice, and now he went to chibi mode. Now
he can just
when he hollows out his bones to go, that doesn't matter. There's no backlash. There was always backlash. Gear 4, that was largely hockey based
backlash,
but it was largely hockey based. So he would just get tired, and but we know Gear 5.
As he leveled up his hockey, he was able to do it better.
Yeah, here's the thing: Gear 5, he literally goes old man mode when he's done, completely drained. And now if he eats meat, he'll get recharged pretty quickly. But
I see a lot of meat.
Yeah, so and he caught the elders by surprise with Gear 5. He caught them by surprise, and they were there but not there because how their teleportation goes. So it's just, I mean, that's onto this whole thing. That and it's what I said. I don't know if it was last time or time before. Like I keep saying, I said a couple minutes ago. Luffy, there's another side to Gear 5 we haven't seen, which might even be Gear 6. But I think it's too soon for Gear 6. What am I saying? I always forget. Wano was years ago already.
Wano's years ago. And the story-wise, they could whop out Gear 6 later. But what I think they're gonna lose. I don't think they're gonna lose to Emu. Well, I think what's gonna end up happening is when who was the leader of Elbath prior to Loki and Harada? The old King Harold. When Harold died, it did hurt Emu a bit. Okay, it took some energy out of him. So when
they're gonna free Girly,
they're gonna find a way to free. They are gonna find a way to free Gunko. But the thing is, if they take out Zoro knows how to take out Summers.
Zoro and Sanji are going to win their fights.
Yeah, they're gonna win their fights. They're gonna win, and that's gonna hurt Emu. And that might be what causes Emu to have to leave.
And Emu's on a timer anyway. Emu's on a timer. Now, Luffy just got stabbed. Seriously stabbed. Blood everywhere right now. Now, we haven't seen Luffy's...
Yeah.
But here's
we
the thing.
haven't seen imagery since Alabasta.
Crocodile. No, listen. Luffy got the shit beat out of him in Dressrosa. He got the shit beat out of him in Wano. But the last time Luffy got that kind of hang-up penetrated was when Crocodile put a hook in him in Alabasta.
And also, that's when you had Crocodile openly said, "You're not on my level," and this is what Imu's saying too. You're not on my fucking level. And you're nowhere near my level.
The final panel of the chapter is the stab. We haven't seen Luffy's face though. We'll know Luffy's condition when we see his face. Because here's the thing: we don't know what his regenerative abilities are when he's in Gear 5.
You're right, but at the same time, Oda doesn't do this normally. Like he does not. It's been since Crocodile that he's treated Luffy this way.
Yeah, I agree.
And you have Loki down for the count right now with a big gash. You have potentially Luffy down with a big gash. You got some issues going on.
Loki was never fighting at full strength in this entire fight. Remember that. He started this thing at about, I would say, 50%. He started this whole fight at 50%. We've never seen Loki at full strength in this. Luffy went into this at full strength, but Luffy, being Luffy, didn't take it seriously. So, and also Luffy going, I don't know who Joy Boy is. I don't care who Joy Boy is. That's Luffy, never caring about lore or anything like that. He never listens anyway. But we are this close to Joy Boy lore. We are. It's going to happen before the year is out.
We're gonna get something. We've
heard more about Joy Boy in the past several months than we have in years.
I said it when we first started talking about this a little bit. I think we're gonna get another time skip.
You think?
I don't think it's gonna be a long time skip. I think we're gonna need another time skip because people are gonna need to level up. They are so under. No.
Luffy, I don't know. Zoro and Sanji seem like Sanji's gonna level up right now. Zoro's up there.
Zoro needs to learn how to control Conqueror's Haki properly. Sanji needs to develop his Conqueror's Haki and then learn how to properly control it. Then you have the rest of the team. They need level ups.
Where are they gonna go? Here's the problem. The story. Well, here's the problem. Well, that's you just put it the theory. There's a time dilation. They're running out of time. The sea levels are rising. The world is changing, and Dragon's Revolution is happening. Mary Joie, they're starving in Mary Joie right now.
Well, the other aspect of this is all the books from O'Hara are also still in Elbath.
Yeah.
Why would Robin leave if that's part of her big journey is to read all those books and to know where those are? So those are still just on Elbath. So she has a reason to stay there.
But remember that creature, that owl thing can suck them all up. It could always suck them all up and they could take him with them on the Sunny.
That's true. And also they're going to have to rebuild the Sunny in some way, shape, or form if they're going to take Loki, if Loki comes.
Or Loki might have an ability where he can shrink down. I would not toss that away. If Loki is the next Straw Hat, and if Bonnie isn't the next Straw Hat, I always said Bonnie was going to be, but Bonnie's kind of disappeared during all of this. If Loki isn't a Straw Hat, they're going to have to legitimately shrink him because you can't. The Sunny, its core is Atomwood, which of course they're on an island with Atomwood because that's essentially an Yggdrasil tree sprout right there. But
there's
I don't know if they want. I wouldn't want them to make the Sunny any bigger. That would be.
I know, but
the way she is.
I know, but they could.
I think they're going to shrink Loki. I think Loki, since he is, I think there's a way to shrink Loki. I think there is probably.
I know there's still the theories that Ragnir, I think it is the hammer that Loki used.
The squirrel.
Yeah,
that's
the squirrel.
Mjolnir. That's Mjolnir.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's gonna partner up with Usopp a little bit because he was talking around.
He was talking in Squirrel to Emu. They were having a conversation at one point.
Yes,
we don't know what it was. No,
we don't know anything.
I don't want him to go near Usopp. No, do not give Usopp a power up like that. Fuck no.
Usopp needs a power up.
Usopp can
give him the hammer.
No, he's a sharpshooter. What does he need a hammer for?
Well, he had the hammer back in Elbath. Not Elbath, but Alabasta.
Are we really going to go that far back and use that as evidence?
It's been some things that he said that he wants to use hammers as
All right,
well.
you know what? I'm sorry. Oda hadn't thought that far ahead at that point to Elbath. Remember, he was never going to do Elbath when he did that. When Elbath was never going to happen during Alabasta.
I know, but Elbath was never going to happen until Egghead.
Yeah. He could retcon only once, but point is, I agree that upgrades need to happen, but I just need to. There needs to be Oda to do it intelligently, because the world is running out of time right now. The world is running. Too many people are on the move, doing stuff. Vivi needs to reunite with them before a time skip.
Unless if there is going to be a time skip, I don't think it's going to be like 2 years or something like that. I think it's going to be like
it's going to be a recovery period, because they're going to be bang the fuck up after this. Because listen,
they have big wounds.
Did we even imagine that Emu was going to pop out during this arc?
No.
That was a surprise. Oh, here's what possibly would be final boss popping up,
who's showing off that he might be final boss because he can use so many different abilities that are
that we've never heard of. We've never heard of.
But also, if you see what his abilities are, one of the abilities he showed this last chapter, it looks very much like Steak Man, like Gumma Snake Man, with the way he can move his fists.
Well, whatever, and we don't know we don't know the foundation of his Stigmata ability. We don't know the foundation of that.
We don't know what Maki is.
Yeah, so there's, and this isn't even him. This is him. This is Emu basically occupying somebody else's space. His core is still back in Mary Joie. This is him reaching out and granting himself a presence there, but it's not even really him. So,
and I'm convinced he has a time limit, and you can see when he uses his power, he's absorbing like energy around him. Like when they were battling near the Atom Tree, he was withering the Atom Tree. So there has to be a time limit for how long, in a radius of effect, for how long he can do his shit.
Yeah, and so, he was there. He was first just possessing and actually transporting a part of himself there, even if he's occupying somebody else's space, that had to take a lot out of him. But so what? I don't know. The time skip has to be very well organized, because we can't have
whatever's going to happen. The new chapter, I believe, is already probably leaked by now. Translators are going to have a hold of it, and tomorrow you can start seeing some of the leaks. New chapter officially comes out this Sunday.
I don't look at leaks. I wait until it's out. I wait till it's out. I hate looking at leaks, because then it's kind of, I like you have no discipline. You have no discipline.
Well, no, I like to the videos start getting made tomorrow, so I listen to the videos and then I read it on Sunday.
You have no discipline.
No, I don't.
Self-control.
It's a part of my Friday routine now. I enjoy it. I'm just so happy to see where we're going with this. That's what I.
Oh well, I mean, the antes are being upped, and but more questions than answers, definitely. More,
and we still don't know what. Like, to your point that we have all this other shit going on. What's Blackbeard up to? What is he doing? What's going on with? We haven't seen the Marines for a little while. We got a lot of crazy,
and there's unrest at Marineford. There's unrest. The admirals are not happy with the way the Celestial Dragons are treating them right now.
We also Garp's still in custody.
Garp's being held by Blackbeard, and we haven't seen Hawkeye or Crocodile. We haven't seen Mihawk or a Crocodile for a while.
And technically, Shanks is on his way back to Elbath right now.
Shanks is on the move too. We haven't. So there's so many moving parts right now, and it's not like they're moving parts that are bad. It's just Oda's put into place so many things that once we're done with Elbath, there's going to be a chunk of things that's going to reset the board of what's going on. And within that, maybe he'll craft the time skip you're theorizing. But And they're taking a break. Wait a minute. Hang on. I think they took a break this week, or was that 1188 was last week? I'm sorry. They took the break. The break was last week.
They took a break last week.
Yeah.
So then we have the new chapter. I checked it on the app. The new chapter is supposed to come out this Sunday.
Yeah. And here's the thing. No matter what, as we've talked about in the past, Oda has his ending locked in place because he's dropped it in the bottom of the ocean. He's locked it in place.
He's had the ending of One Piece figured out when he first made One Piece.
Yeah.
Like most of his can't remember editors know what the ending is. So he's known what has been for a long time. Yes.
But it's just the journey's gotten longer and longer. And here we are, this final arc that'll take another 5 years at least.
We said that 2 years ago.
There's a meme out there. One Piece fans excited for the final arc, waiting for it to end. One Piece fans when it ends. I want it to end. There's a meme out there. We want it to the end, but we want it to end.
I want you guys to realize this. We started this One Piece manga discussion last, when I say last, March 2025. That's when we started talking about this.
Yeah. Oh, that's when we revamped the show. Yeah, we revamped the show.
Yeah, and that's when we started talking, and then we had Rocks.
And then we took a break for God Valley.
Yes.
God Valley.
We've only really been back to Elbaf proper for like a couple months.
Yeah, because you got to realize people who just finished One Piece season 2 or season, I'll just call it One Piece season Elbaf. You're about to have One Piece season God Valley. That's your next season. That's going to take your whole next season, which starts off Loki's story, God Valley, and then finishing up Loki's story. So you have fun.
Now, what I will say, okay, this has already been confirmed by Oda. The voice actors for Joy Boy have been confirmed. And it is the original Luffy voice actor from an OVA back from 1998 is the voice actor. And that voice actor was purposely picked out by Oda.
Oh man, this man is
he's planning some shit. So
that's why I said that's why, not even knowing that, I said just a little bit ago, we are getting Joy Boy reveals this year. Before the year is out, we are getting, if he's already got this shit set up for whatever's going to get recorded for the anime next year, we're getting Joy Boy reveals this year.
Is it bad that I want to say we're not getting Joy Boy reveals until 2027 just because of how the story works? I don't think we're getting it this year. I think it's going to be beginning of 2027.
I feel like
you don't get Joy Boy reveals until December. Congratulations.
December. Merry Christmas.
And he also did something this week because the official volume did come out for like the latest thing. He added on like 3 additional chapters because it's usually 10 chapters for a manga volume when it comes out. He added on, it's 13 for this one, and it ends when Emu shows up when the volume comes out. So like when he shows up right there at the end. So
he's crafting the volume so they end in certain ways. Clearly, he wants each one to end a certain way.
Yeah.
I love this man. He's giving me so much. He's giving me so much entertainment for over 20 years, and I love it.
Yeah. And even though he was not a part of the 4Kids original dub, I still love that song.
No, that thing's an abomination.
It's beautiful.
The One Piece rap is an abomination. That thing.
He ate a gumma fruit.
I hate that fucking thing. Do not
stop. Do I put it into the intro tomorrow?
I'm not watching tomorrow then. Wait, no, fuck, I'm there. I hate you. I'm gonna punish you tomorrow for that Saku chick, whatever you made us watch earlier in the week. I have something I know that makes you feel horrible when you look at it. I told you, stop, or I'm gonna punish you, and I have a punishment plan tomorrow. Get you.
Yeah, I'm putting the intro in now.
Oh, okay. You want to fight? We're gonna fight.
We're gonna
Fine.
fight. I know you hate
Fine.
that song, so I'm gonna put that in.
Yeah. No, whatever. All right. That's it for One Piece right now. Luffy been stabbed. We'll be back next time. Now let's take a look then. Well, next month is August. Yeah, I should be good. I'll be
27th?
Yeah, 27th should be fine. I'll be here's the problem though. Okay. It's my choice then, isn't it? Because this was your choice.
Yeah.
Slime was your choice. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second here. Have anything to say? I honestly, because the way
I
my
have
week has
nothing
been
else
going,
to say right now.
I didn't plan because I haven't because my
we
week
can do it tomorrow night.
You want to do it tomorrow night? Let's do it tomorrow night.
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow night.
I need to think because the way my week went, I haven't thought of anything. I forgot that
listen, I'm at that point. I'm at that point where I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow night. We'll play the game tomorrow night. I'll think on it. Anyway. All right. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. If you stuck through us with the whole stream, thank you. I know this is not on Dermy's channel. This is not usually regular drama fix, but we've got to be nerds at some point in all this stuff. And this is our break once a month to talk anime and weeb shit. Anyway, Dermy, what's the rest of your week look like besides try?
Well, besides tryhards. Well, I mean tryhards tomorrow night. But then Saturday we will be back with another, Chatterday, and we got some stuff to talk about. We got some shit to talk about. Adam, you know how yesterday Jer was supposed to be gone because of a doctor's appointment?
I believe I heard you say that, yes.
Yeah. That was at 7 a.m. Then the rest of the day he went to an airplane show.
I've been to airplane shows. They're boring.
He went to it all day long, and he put out his blog all about an airplane show.
I'm sure it was thrilling.
It's so wonderful. It is the greatest vlog I've ever seen. It is so fucking autistic. You can tell that he's reading shit.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And like think of it like this, okay? I know Will Buddy's saying anime is boss and all that. I love it. But think about this, okay? You go up to somebody random and just start speaking random creator names to somebody who's never known this shit before. That's the level of what he's doing, because he's like the great and amazing Joe Schmo, and like just naming off names. It's like, who the fuck are these guys? Who are these guys? The legendary Joe Doe.
Yeah, it's the same as you were covering it the other day. Him talking about, why don't people go see these movies here? Never heard of those fucking movies. Never heard of these fucking movies. He keeps saying, oh, why can't you be covering this instead of Odyssey? I never heard of these fucking movies. Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
Do it yourself then.
Yeah. Never heard of this shit. Don't know who these people are.
His stream today was just so it was fast.
Uh-huh.
It felt like an hour.
Really?
And he goes for like 2.5 or 2 hours usually. An hour 45 to 2 hours. This was fast.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a full-time job, as you say, covering this shit show, which honestly, he survived. So he's still here, and
that's true. Oh, we also got some Angry Joe content to go over. So I have somebody that I'm gonna have to address.
Is somebody I know?
Somebody that I talked about before that put my channel in danger.
Oh, you think that's smart? I saw something about him come across my feed yesterday, but I didn't really stop to look at it.
I don't know yet. I'm debating. Do I talk about him or not? Because
I would let that sleeping crazy dog lie.
But he was trolling, dude. He was trolling the whole time. Never did any of the shit that he said that he did. That I have photographic evidence of him doing.
I don't know.
I'm going to debate on that one.
Sleep on it. You got plenty of other things to talk about.
I got some more things too, because Angry Joe stuff's going to eat up, and I'm going to have a lot of quartering content, because I have today, I'm going to have tomorrow, and whatever else comes up in between, because there's going to be more shit.
It's always fireball.
I could also talk about the bird.
The what? You glitched
You
out
haven't
there.
seen
No, you glitched out there. I didn't hear what you said.
The Birdman?
The Birdman?
Have you heard about this dude?
How would I ever hear? I only hear about this shit when you tell me this shit.
The Birdman is apparently an anti to everything that we do. And he's the guy that lost his shit that...
Oh, wait. Is this the guy that's been losing his shit over Drinker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that dude. Yeah, I've seen that dude.
Yeah. Apparently he has a fucking massive channel and he's losing his shit over Drinker, so we could talk about him.
That would be
335,000 subscribers.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I learned that.
That is so. It always surprises me when these lunatics have massive channels, or at least channels bigger than ours. It always surprises me.
It does. This one surprised me, and apparently he really hates Gary in them. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe we talk. About.
I think you should do that. Forget Down Under Crazy Boy. We're not going to mention his name because we don't want to get his attention here because he's crazy. That seems more interesting to me.
Yeah,
that seems much more interesting.
He has a video out about them too, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll do this one. Maybe we do this.
Sit down, react to that shit. That's much more.
Yeah, this one sounds fun.
Yeah,
this sounds
just
because
I bet he's spurging. I bet this guy spurgs over Odyssey too.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, drama never ends. Lucky for you.
No, it doesn't. Oh,
very lucky.
Wonderful.
For you.
And I've been needing. Listen. I love adding new people into the roster of tards. Oh, and also, you don't know who this guy is. I have a tipster thing too.
Okay. All right.
Tipster is a wild guy.
Well, there's always going to be lol cows, and more often than not, at least they're entertaining and harmless. Either way, so check that out on Dermy's channel. As for me, tomorrow night, we of course got Tryhards at 10 p.m. Eastern over on Dermy's channel. Jed will be there as well. I got a couple things for tomorrow. I think I got one weird thing, and I got a couple things to be fun. Follow-ups on stuff we talked about previously, because now we have release dates on some things, so I want to remind us that we were interested in those. Other than that, Saturday Night Drive-In, we're doing Blade 2. Ooh, Jed's never seen it. Yeah. He's excited. He enjoyed Blade 1, so he's excited. And we're never going to watch Blade Trinity, so don't worry about that. Anyway.
Oh, you should watch Blade Trinity.
Blade Trinity is trash.
It's amazing.
No, it isn't. Jessica Biel's hotness is not enough. It's not amazing trash. Anyway.
Ryan Reynolds.
So, yeah, I don't care. I can watch Deadpool if I want to watch Ryan Reynolds. I can watch Van Wilder. I can watch half a dozen other things that I enjoy him in, then watch that anyway. So we got Drive-In, 6 p.m. Eastern, my channel, and Jed's channel. We got Roundtable, where, of course, we will check out the Odyssey box office weekend 2. It still hasn't made a profit, even though some would have us believe it has. It's so successful. It's doing strong. Good. It's doing strong, but it still needs to make another, at this moment, $450 to get break even, and it could very well likely cross $400 million this weekend.
850, I think, is the safe bet. I do think it might get a bill. It might.
It's Spider-Man.
We're gonna have to see what it comes up. I do think billion might be in the cards. I'm gonna say might. I don't say it's a big might, but I think
I'm still sticking to my 700 million prediction. Jed said 750. You've said
I'm sticking with 850 about there.
Now if it gets over 750, it's making money. But now it is catching interesting discussion that Nolan's special cut for that 20% gross, that people are starting to acknowledge that does affect the break even. So that break even, depending on where it is, wherever it stops, you then might have to adjust what Nolan's take is from the gross. So that break even might not be 750. It might actually be higher. Jed said it was going to be a little higher than that, but we don't have actual numbers for computer. But so I am pretty much, I'm going to stick with, I'm going to say 700 right now. And I still think Spider-Man sucks all the wind out of its sails. No pun intended.
It's gonna hurt it 100. It's gonna come in and eat its lunch.
There's gonna be less controversy surrounding Spider-Man than there is this movie. And controversy, we're gonna see. I still think, I said on Sunday, I think it has a 55% drop. That's its hold. 55% this weekend. Some people, and it needs sub 50 I think, to maintain steam to beat out the Spider-Man thing, because it needed to make $600 million in roughly 9 days, and I don't think it could do that. I just don't think
we'll talk about it maybe a little bit tomorrow night, just a little, not a whole lot. I'll just tell you, it's rare. I don't know if it might have a 48% drop off because there's still areas that are sold out.
Yeah, but I don't.
And that's just me taking a random guess. I could be incredible.
But here's the thing, and there's a lot of we're getting way off topic here because
we're getting way off topic. That's why I'm trying to.
Yeah, we have to. I have to. It's the end of the show, so people who are here are just kind of hanging on because they don't want to see us end the show. Period. But that we're getting into the weeds here, and we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Try hard to talk about it when we have the full numbers on Roundtable on Sunday. And then, of course, next week, we'll see what happens. And next week is Spider-Man. I will be reviewing it.
Spider-Man week. I will try to put out a review. Next week's going to be another weird one, kind of like this week. There'll be a lot more streams, but that's because we also got to cover up because I'll be gone the week after.
And I'll be getting ready to move across town. Right. Anyway, thank you, one and all, for being here, including as we severely veered back into pop culture discussion here in these last 5 minutes. But when we're pimping the stuff that comes up. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Please remember to hit those like buttons, subscribe to both our channels, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, take it easy, everybody.